over. Make sure. Next on to do already. So last time, you guys discovered that Veroth. Why? Who am I echoing through? I'm echoing through stress. I have no idea. You discovered Veroth went missing. Gale and Lyra went to look for him, couldn't find him. Renee snuck Gale's map out of her pocket, out of her bag, and used his new ability to try to discover more, or attempt to discover more about, I think it was those notes. And did discover that they were an encrypted draconic note of some kind. You met a new friend named Ricky.
Your new friend.
Who apparently has a little dragon companion. Who is a little bit of a troublemaker, we'll say.
A rascal.
That's the word. Love that word. So you kind of discussed a little bit of that. Discussed what chains you already know about, where they are. Discuss where you suspected locations for other chains. Renee actually threatened Ricky into staying with you by pretending to make a mark on his hand. And she believes it or not, good for her. It revealed a little bit about what Aurelius told him about his origins. Not much, but a little bit. I think we left off. Where was it? Brain. I think it was right around there when you guys were deciding where you're gonna go. Who are you gonna talk to next?
Yeah.
So what do you like to do?
Alright, as an honorary, what do you call yourselves? Do you have like a group name, or?
Well, we have like a band going on.
You're a band too?
Yeah, it's, ourselves occupied in strange and whimsical locales that we find ourselves investigating in.
We had to have a hobby.
What sort of instruments do y'all play?
I play the violin, or I can also play it as a fiddle. Gale?
Percussion.
Alright, yeah, it sounds like the beginnings of a good band. I like it. And what do you play, Lil Fairy? Quentin.
I don't play. I don't play.
You don't play in the band, so it's just you two in the band?
No, he plays the tambourine.
You're embarrassed of your instrument? You shouldn't be embarrassed of the tambourine. That's a wonderful, beautiful instrument.
And well, there's also, your friend was also part of our band, but as we discovered, the Varith, our very tall, weird-looking friend.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, what did he play?
He sang.
He sang, and I can only assume beautifully.
I feel
Beautifully
like
is definitely a word.
Should I be part of the band too then, or is that what this is as well then, or?
It's something like I don't want to travel.
Yeah, I feel like you can't just join the band. Like you kind of like work your way into the band. You're like the the
Right, 'cause
bouncer
it-
for a bit, and then you wait tables for a bit, and then you join the auxiliary percussion, you know?
That makes way more sense. I can definitely do that, and I can tune your violin if I learned how.
Let's not.
All right, no, that's not a problem, not at all. Okay, perfect. Just like how I ain't an investigator, that's just you two. That makes sense to me. And Quentin's just here for the ride, from what I can piece together. But that's great. Where are we riding to? Speaking of.
Well, that's part of our, I guess, daily question. We want to go and gather evidence. Figure out what exactly is going on here. Further than we already know.
Ricky just kind of smiles bright-eyed at you two, at the three of you, just ready.
So you had discussed possibly talking to, because you saw Professor Hamoa wandering around and seemed to be possibly, he might still be there. Or talking,
Sorcerer.
or talking to the, I guess now, the other victims of this chain breaking. You have one with you, or you can just wherever you think you might want to ask around, because the little cave that you're kind of in a camp a little bit outside the cave where the chain was located, and then there's like guards guarding the entrance to the cave right now.
I think we should go and see if they discovered anything inside.
That sounds like a real good idea. You got a big thinking mind in there. I wish I thought of that.
Did you come out of that cave originally? Do you recall?
I'm only assuming. It seems to be the consensus around here, yeah. But I don't know. I don't remember. No, I don't even remember coming here, honestly.
Well, off we go.
Alright. So you start walking towards the entrance to the cave. The couple of watchers on the other side kind of, one goes to stop you for a moment and then looks like they recognize you or something and just nods you through. It's kind of dark in here, although they have put up a couple of torches every few feet, so those do not have dark vision, can actually see. So a little bit of a windy path, kind of sloping downhill a little bit. And eventually it opens up into a cavern, and I wrote down some stuff on this one. Where'd it go? Inside it's kind of similar to the tomb that the other three of you found yourselves in, only it's more of a roughly hewn cave. With it looks like with the lighting that they put up is the same kind of. I guess it would have been Lyra would have seen it because you have dark vision in the tomb, but that same symbol that's branded onto each of your wrists is kind of painted, kind of a little haphazardly, a little roughly along the floor. You see little marks that someone has marked where it looks like possibly people were positioned. It's kind of eerily familiar to the three of you that came out of Stoneel. Because you can kind of vaguely place where you probably would have woke up in that corresponding tomb, temple, whatever. There's a few people rushing around. What would you guys like to ask, do?
The people walking around, they look like they're kind of like dusting the place and investigating.
Yeah, kind of like dusting and like looking for anything that might be left behind, or one of them looks to be like kind of using a cotton swab to at some weird sludgy stuff on the ground.
Oh, what the, Ricky just kind of moves away from everyone unless they follow it. She goes towards the guy with the cotton swab. Oh, hi there.
Oh, hello.
What's that you found there, huh?
Well, we're not quite sure, but this is what was left behind by the cultists when the first Watchers arrived here. They just melted into the ground. It's weird.
The cultists melted into the ground?
Yeah, like melted into the shadows, I suppose.
And they left that goop.
It looks like it. We're trying to figure out exactly what it is so maybe you can figure out if it's arcane or something else.
Because it ain't like a piece of them that's been goopified, right?
We're not sure. I don't think so.
That's horrifying. Do you know? I don't know if you know me. You shouldn't really, but I'm assuming that I woke up in this cave. Is that correct? Do you know?
She kind of tilts her head and squints a little bit. Oh yeah, I guess you do look kind of familiar in the bandage too. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Wow, your accent is infectious. Continue.
It's gotten all of us except for Striss so far.
I get that a lot. Don't worry about it at all. So, I was just because I mean, you're still investigating. Everyone's investigating, but is there anything interesting you found so far?
Most of this goop.
That is very.
There's a lot of nooks and crannies in this cave.
And you're gonna have to check all of them. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Is there any nooks or crannies that you like to be checked for you?
Pick a spot.
All right, and he'll just start looking for nooks and crannies.
Okay, you roll an investigation check, and what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I was looking for someone that looks like they might be in charge and like directing people where to go. They have a pile of evidence.
In here, it doesn't look like there's anyone particularly in charge. It looks like they're just everyone's working hard, looking around for stuff. No one looks particularly like... Yeah, there isn't really anyone with some sort of marking that denotes them as like a higher rank or anything. It just look like everyone's hard at work trying to find more information.
Alright, does she see any piles of like documents or anything?
Roll an investigation check, because not at first glance.
I'm very good at these.
So yeah, you don't really notice any documents per se. You do see the sludge that the guys or the girls kind of scooping up and putting into like a little vial. Ricky, you do, as you're kind of poking around in a corner, you find kind of like they kind of have a little bit of burnt edges, so it's like someone tried to burn it and then just tossed it in a corner and then totally forgot about it. Some pieces of parchment with the same draconic encrypted writing on it.
Oh, can she read some of it or attempt to read?
Make an intelligence check to see if you can read through the encrypted part. Because you can read the Draconics. Oh no, sorry, I lied. This is not Draconic. This is... Do you speak Sylvan?
Oh, I don't think so, actually. Hold on.
I just realized I
Nope.
put it into a different
Nope.
language.
Yeah,
So never mind. It is not in a language you understand.
Yeah, he like narrows his eyes and is like, and then walks over to the rest of the party, like waggling the burnt shards of paper in his hands. Y'all want to try reading this? This one ain't one of mine.
Are you there?
Yeah. Imagine, Lyra will take a look at it and go like, the script is familiar.
Oh, that's good, because it looks like gibberish to me.
Do you speak Sylvan or just Elvish?
Lyra just speaks Elvish.
Okay, so yeah, you're like, oh, I'd say you know enough to know that, well, it's not Elvish, but it's something adjacent.
Somewhere in Gail's own corner, Gail just has the "What's up? I'm Gail. I'm 19 and I never learned how to read" audio. Just calling me.
Aww. Crown, you there? Did we lose you? Sorry, just making sure we didn't lose you. Yeah, so I'm assuming Quentin says that. Ricky?
Wow, this is quite the pickle, huh? Well, maybe we could take this, and maybe there's plenty of people around here. I'm sure someone can read it. I mean, I don't want to impose. And this is your property now. And actually, Quentin, you did say that I shouldn't be asking too many questions out loud, so maybe you should do that.
Would Lyra be able to tell that it's Sylvan and would?
I think you know enough that it's adjacent and there's a strong likelihood it probably is Sylvan. Because Elvish and Sylvan are pretty similar.
I think this might be Sylvan. Quentin, do you read Sylvan?
Yeah. What do you want? Busy here, thinking. Don't know what about. Confused.
Well, remember the
Sylvan?
last time we found that little shopping list? We seem to have found another little one. We had our new friend here help us decipher that little shopping list that we found. We held on to. And I think we found another one.
But it's weird.
But it's, I believe, in Sylvan.
I read Sylvan. I could have sworn I put Sylvan, but I couldn't find it on my sheet. Yeah, I read Sylvan.
Roll an intelligence check, because it is encrypted.
How do you read a color?
Lyra will,
Okay, 14. Oh, go ahead.
Lyra was gonna give him an inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead. You can use it if you want.
There you go.
There's a D8, I think.
Have an inspiration. Yep, it is a D8.
Okay, that's pretty good. So Lyra's kind of urging, kind of like maybe pointing out, hey, that almost looks like this word in Elvish. You managed to decipher the two pieces of paper. One of them is indeed essentially another shopping list, the same ingredients as the first one, and the other is. It's because it's torn and slightly burnt. You notice, actually, it's kind of burnt on the bottom and then torn on the top. We can easily enough tell that it looks like this might actually be the same piece of paper from the Stoniel tomb. And someone happened to tear this sheet of paper and only tore off the top half, and then they ended up leaving this piece there. The rest of it reads, Malus Maleficarum Opus Dei Sinoc Alla Vicarum O Deus Magnum.
Zoom tight.
What the heck did you just say, Quentin?
I think I just banished something to another plane.
What?
Not sure though.
I'm gonna say, yep. Well, I guess the Malus Maleficarum would have been the one that was written on your original sheet, but...
Yep.
You can roll a... I'm going to say investigation check to see if you can work out... Actually, no. This would have been written in Atemnation, so you wouldn't understand it, but I would say Lyra and Gale and Ricky would. It's technically Latin, but you know. And I'd say with a 15, you managed to like kind of learn some of the vowel sounds. And the translation is, "O great master, we bind these souls to your will. Break these chains, be free." Is what the translation is.
Sounds like some more necromancy stuff to me.
Well, that sounds like the kind of the thing about the chains getting shattered and then us, me, and y'all, and our souls bound to his will.
Sounds.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Are we bound then still?
Oh, we still got a mark on our hands, so I'm gonna say yes.
Right, and then this bounding of the mark trumps your bounding of the mark, or the little.
Oh no,
sparkly show?
that's a separate bound.
I'm double bound. That's good to know.
That's your physical body. He's got your soul.
There is the two that you can split. That's right.
So when you die, your soul will go to him. Even more incentive not to mess with me.
Right. That's very, very comforting. I appreciate the clarification. Thank you. So, are we gonna like maybe
Just
try to
roll because I'm
unbind?
extending the bad deception.
Oh my god!
Fair.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you winning? So, do we have like, is it part of y'all plan to do the unbinding of thy souls and all that, or is this because you didn't want this, right? Like, I'm assuming.
This is a bit unexpected and unappreciated.
Right, I agree, and I was just wondering if, I mean, Quentin, you're on board with this, right? Yeah.
With having my soul bound to somebody else? No.
Great. Okay. So I think we're all, yeah, we're all on the same page. So what the plan would be?
Well, my guess is having the ingredients as well as the spell itself might be useful for those a little more practice in the arcane to find some Uno reverse.
Oh yeah, like the opposite of ivory and the opposite of purple candles, and the opposite of candles, because the opposite of candles would probably be like shell, because like that, or bone, because candles are made of fat, right?
Yeah, so just like
sure.
that, but exactly not like that.
Or it
And
could be
what's the
a pound of
opposite
flesh.
of purple? Is
Could
green?
be a muscle. Could be an organ. Could be hearts. Yeah, hearts. Hearts would be cool.
Yeah, heart. Okay, yeah. It still sounds like we're doing necromancy.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is if we need the opposite of necromancy, it's probably just necromancy again, so...
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it revolves.
Actually, I think
Just
if we're
for
doing the
funsies,
opposite
Care.
of-
Does Lyra know anything about spells in the sense of being able to undo a ritual like this? Like, what do you need to be able to figure out how to undo it? Does she know anything about that?
Roll an Arcana check.
As I recall, though, the opposite of necromancy would be light or holy. Kind of like,
Yeah.
fire and water.
Write this down. somewhere. I have these written down somewhere. Goddamn notes. Nope.
So many notes.
Yeah, and it's in a notebook too, so it almost makes it harder. Oh, there it is. I'd say you know that it will probably be expensive.
Understandable, but we have
And it required a lot of power. Probably multiple people.
maybe 6 kingdoms behind us.
A lot of magic. That's well, because this is it seems to be a very unique ritual. Can everyone roll a perception check for me?
Aye.
Should go well.
I believe in you, Gale.
Actually. So, as you're discussing this and recalling what you can tell about rituals and such, Lyra, you kind of catch, out of the corner of your eye, a figure move, as if they're moving towards you, but they're trying to stay hidden. I just barely caught them.
Is it just me that sees it?
Yeah, you're the only one that sees it.
Oh, God. Not even Renee with the 19?
And
Nope,
the opposite
not quite.
of ivory would be obsidian then?
Okay, one sec.
I mean,
I thought I...
They don't, it doesn't look aggressive, it just looks like they're trying to stay hidden.
I think the opposite of ivory would be like black dragon scales or something. You
I'm
know?
just trying
That
to check
makes
something
sense.
in Lyra's inventory really quick.
And what would the
She
opposite-
will full on turn around and go, "Excuse me, it's not very polite to listen in on other conversations."
And as you turn around, you see this person kind of suddenly stand up straight and go, I don't know what you mean. And you see, actually, yeah, because there's enough light in here, because they put light in here, a dark-skinned young woman with kind of, I think their locks kind of tied back in a ponytail, dark leather armor, looks like a dagger and a short sword at her hips, earring in the cartilage of the ear, like a ring, and red eyes.
Are you
Well, hi there.
stuff?
Hold on, I'll put it in handouts. Oh no, NPC. There we go. There we go. There she is. In the NPC bank. And she just, I don't know what you mean. You look kind of familiar.
I get that a lot.
You were in Stonehill, weren't you?
Yes.
Huh. Well, it's about time you woke up.
Who are you?
The name's Aislinn. Aislinn Duskflower. And I was another of the victims in the tomb in Stonehill.
Oh, so you're familiar with the this new one and the dragon thing?
Oh. She kind of pulls up her sleeve and she shows the brand on her arm. But, oh wait, hold on, I gotta check something. Is she cave in? Actually, yeah, and there is, just like Ricky, the totemic mark is just below it, and it is just above it.
Wait, just one second. Quentin, am I allowed to talk?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, talk, yes, but no details.
It's a pleasure. I've met
That's okay.
you just now. Well.
Kind of arches an
You're
eyebrow.
allowed to be cordial.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
There you go.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to... Sorry. Just trying to find out some more information about what the frickin' hell happened to us.
Right. I would assume one in your position would. And if you had that sort of information and just spoke out loud, what would some of the things that you'd say be?
Yeah, are you guys investigating it too?
I have, it's a pleasure.
Ken looks at all of you.
Yes, we are. We've been investigating for basically since we woke up.
I think at that time Lacrame kind of like bumps the back of your calves, Ricky, and Aislinn kind of like, oh, hello, this your friend, and kind of squats down.
Well, yes, it is. This is Lacrame. Say hello, Lacrame. And I think Lacrame goes in for like a pleasant like little bow, but then if the Aislinn comes in closer, she'll like do a teasing snap at her fingers.
I think Aislinn actually says in Draconic, so that you just kind of hear kind of like growl, kind of like almost like growling type of sounds. And she just says in Draconic, hello, Lacrame. Pleasure to meet you.
Here we go. Lacrame just like tilts her head a little bit, narrowing her eyes a little bit. Oh, you think you're quite clever, don't you?
I've grown up around dragons. I'm from where your friend is from.
Oh,
After all, ish.
I can only assume there's plenty of you around. What are you doing here? It seems like a boring place to be.
Trying to figure out how to get rid of this other mark. Found out some decent information too.
Well, you really shouldn't be getting captured if you didn't want it.
Not exactly something I aimed for.
The whole time, Ricky is just like smiling really big, but pretty easy without an insight to tell. He's like sweating. It's like looks uncomfortable with this conversation.
And like Aislinn just smiles at Lacrame, gives like a little head bow, and stands back up and goes, "So do you wanna swap information or what?"
Ricky looks to Quinn.
In common. In common, obviously.
Yeah.
Depends. What information do you have?
What are you stealing now, Renee?
Just preparing a little druid craft.
Okay. Anyway.
Ricky may
What-
start smelling into the stench coming from his hand in a minute.
Wait, what?
I need to look at Druidcraft. What the fucking Druidcraft actually do?
It's just the-
instantaneous, harmless sensory effect of such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, faint odor of skunk.
Is it manure?
No, I was thinking more like decaying flesh, like coming off your hand from where I.
Oh, even better.
I feel like decaying flesh is not really a Druidcrafty type of spell.
That's part of nature.
I was gonna say it's like I
guess.
decayed body of like a.
I think it's more that, not like decaying flesh, like necrotic type.
No,
like
an animal that's been dead for a long time. You might
All right. Anyway,
roadkill.
what did you guys say when she said, "Would you like to swap information"? Kind of got distracted.
What information do they have?
What information do you have? I've got some pretty good stuff. Think it could be useful.
Oh, you see, out of the
I
Out of-
propose tit for tat. You share a piece, we share a piece. You share a piece, we share a piece. To be fair, when people can't exactly know enough about each other to trust each other yet.
That's fair. Well, I know that this cult hasn't been trying to resurrect Fixir for years. And I'm talking years, not like recent years, years.
Actually, the figures we had was more like centuries, decades, but yeah, okay. I know, that's
That's years.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
just many of them.
I did find an encrypted letter in the tomb. When I deciphered it, it led me to Everagel. Too sad I was too late to stop anything, but I was here when I believe I warned the Watchers about it. That's why they got here when they did. Don't know if they're stupid enough or unintelligent enough to leave behind such a clue again, but you never know.
Wait, so walk us through the timeline here.
You found just
found
one
a note.
letter? Because we found 2 letters at both locations.
I couldn't read the other 2. Oh, wait, yes, she could have. Never mind. She could have. Ignore me. She didn't find them. I don't know. Maybe you searched a different spot than I did, and I overlooked it. It happens.
During this conversation, Lacrame has kind of like snuck off to the side a little bit, and has started collecting pebbles, and has snuck up behind Aslan, and is attempting to sneakily shove tiny little.
Can you roll a stealth check for Lacrame for me?
She's got a swagger going. She's about to have fun, and she's a little.
As she's talking, he kind of looks down and says in Draconic, "Hello, Lacrame."
Oh, hello.
And smirks.
Hey, aren't you having a conversation? Softly rude.
Why don't you go back to your master? Their eyes kind of flash a little bit.
Lacrame snorts a little puff of silver mist coming from her nostrils, and her eyes widen. I don't think that you would want to tussle with me, little one. Reminder, she's just at her knee.
Like an oversized cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. She kind of twirls a dagger out and just twirls it in her hand. I'm sure I could hold myself in a fight. Tucks the dagger away.
That's awfully a big knife. I would call that a knife. That's awfully big. So, what else were we talking about?
She smiles.
Just to specify, this individual snuck up behind us, immediately struck up a conversation with our new friends, Dragon Cat, and then pulled a knife while refusing to answer questions.
You definitely.
She's not refusing to answer questions.
She did answer questions.
Yeah, and Lacrame is speaking back. You can hear this snarly conversation coming from this dragon.
Yeah, it sounds like a conversation in another language. You just don't understand it.
And
So
Ricky's
many
freaking the fuck out.
So,
And you would also notice Petey is chuckling.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
it seems our new friends are getting along quite splendidly.
Oh,
Tell.
Lakume is such a kidder.
As for us, thank you for that little tidbit. As I'm sure you already know, these marks are quite similar to the totemic marks that we use for
Haven't been near anyone with it to know that, but that's good to know. Yeah, I was gonna say they are rather similar. They feel, or my totemic mark feels like it's keeping my life force stable. This, I don't know if you knew this, feels like at any moment that this brand is gonna leech the life out of me. I want it off.
concern.
That makes
I get
sense.
the feeling that
Now
we.
belongs to the lich.
But the problem is, when is this gonna happen? When the chains are broken? Can they do it on a whim?
Probably whenever they really, really want it to.
I don't know. I have this feeling that's.
But I get the funny feeling that the best time for it to happen would be when all the chains are broken.
That makes sense to me.
Otherwise, they'd have already killed us.
It's true.
yeah,
But that ain't gonna happen, right?
no, but only because we're going to stop them first.
That's right, cause y'all are big heroes, and I can tell. And wait, she said two lips.
Ooh.
In the distance, moving 30 feet away, Lacrime has just like nestled down onto the ground and has started narrowing her eyes and flicking pebbles off the ground, trying to like snap them at Aslan from a distance. Not enough to hurt, just pester.
So, just to specify, you only just awoke here with,
No, I woke in the tomb. You did.
She's the one who disappeared before we all got up.
There were two that disappeared.
You already met the other one.
yeah.
What's
we
the word
did.
I'm looking for? Teamwork wanting one, I would assume.
Yeah. Then, what exactly brings you here?
I came here to warn Everagil that their chain might be breaking, and we apparently didn't get here in time because I was here when the Watchers arrived and watched the people, I guess, melt into the shadows. It was rather creepy.
Well, you tried your dang old best, and I appreciate that. You almost saved my life.
Only one person.
That's right. You can't holster the whole world on your shoulders. That's just too much.
You know, your dragon wasn't with you here in the cave. She must have smart dragon you got. She must have followed you. Interesting.
She's definitely one of the smartest I've ever known. He nervously eyes over to Lacrime, who's like grinning widely, still snapping little pebbles.
I think every time she snaps a pebble, you just see like the dagger that's put in the sheath again. You just see like a little glow from it, and you just see Aislin's eyes snap it to in Lacrime's direction.
Lacrime just snaps another pebble at her.
Anyway.
So what other chains? There's other chains, right?
As far as I'm aware, I think. I'm guessing?
Yes. One in each kingdom.
Oh, that's interesting. Wonder where the... Sorry, go ahead.
How many have snapped? Was it? Just the 2?
2 as far as I'm aware.
Hey, we can count our blessings. That's plenty more left, right? Plenty of room to still make mistakes and still win.
But the question is, if they came from Stoniel to Iragil, are they actually going to go to, I'm assuming, Cerelia next? It seems to be the closest, but it's also one of the most well-guarded navally. Or are they going to go to Relarian? And wherever that is.
Arrow shot from a real fancy bow, they would be going to Cerelia. That's what I would get.
Possible. I wonder where the chain is there.
Have
Wonder
they
where the
followed
one-
pattern?
I don't know. The only pattern I see is they came from Stoniel and went north. 2 isn't much to no pattern.
However, maybe.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I apologize. I just stepped on your toes.
All right. Perhaps we had and see that they were just as careless as they were last time. So we found a couple of in various stages of attempted ruin, but.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan to me.
Do we know if these fancy necromancers, if they do they have a boat? Because if they don't have a boat, maybe they wouldn't have gone to Australia, right?
That is very true. Not like portaling is very easy. Sorry, continue.
Oh, right.
You know what, guys? Excuse me for a minute. I've gotta go. I've been laying it out the cave.
Take your time, Quentin. Wipe 3 times at least.
Alright. Before we catch up with Quentin, what are the rest of you guys doing? Or just continue? Are you just gonna search the cave for more notes, basically?
Probably continue searching for evidence.
Okay, everyone can roll searching can roll an investigation check, and we'll let you guys search for a little while. Quentin, as you go zooming out of the cave, probably not really looking where you're going, you literally run nose to nose with I think you've met him. Yeah, with a familiar tall figure. With the long, blondish brown hair, dirty blonde hair, carrying a staff.
I come through and I shoot between the legs, under the robe.
He's. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, you guys are all kind of working together.
I already rolled for Gale, so.
It's fine. I want everyone to roll your own checks, so.
Oh, okay.
Cause it's kind of a group check. All right, you guys are you guys searched for a little while. Sorry, I'm just.
I like how we did a investigate the clues campaign, and I don't think we have anyone with more than a +1 in investigation.
Doing our
Plus
best.
4.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you ran off.
I have something else that suddenly came to mind. I want to ask, or add, right that. You know what I'm saying about.
Wait, so Wait, yeah, actually, yeah. When Quentin left, I think Lacrame would follow him.
Okay. I think that he just huffs and keeps walking into the cave. Where are you going there, Quentin?
Well, the
That's
guy
it.
only went between his legs to cause a little chaos. I'm heading straight for red instead.
Okay. You can easily navigate there, and say you find him, and they're just relaxing in his true form.
Nah, sorry to bother you. Yep, don't worry, don't change. It's just me. Got a question for you.
Hmm.
You were here when when all the people, the cultists, whatevers, were here, right?
I wasn't personally.
You did hear about the report, though, right?
Yeah, they melted or whatever.
What did they go into?
What it was described, the shadows. I mean, it was dark in there, but when they came in with torches and such, they seemed to melt into the shadows.
Kind of kick back, hovering about 6 feet in the air, cross my leg over, and I sit there, continue to hover, and I say, again, kind of new to your world. I don't mean to be, jumping any guns here, but I understand you guys have a different god-ish situation than a lot of places I've been. Just out of curiosity, one that comes to my mind, being Fae and being Fae-ish, is the Raven Queen. Is she around these parts?
Kind of, but she's a lesser deity. Not really big here. She's here because she reigns over winter and death and the time and the transition between life and death, and but.
And correct me if I'm wrong, this place has a lot of portals to the Fae world.
There's got a lot of portals everywhere.
So wouldn't it make sense that they have those shadow, what you call them, is the place where you can use shadows to go to the Raven Queen's area?
You mean to the Shadowfell?
Yeah, that's the place.
No, this wasn't. Oh. Show you that from here. Portals here. Typically.
I remember hearing about how people going, those guys that come to and from the Shadowfell, disappear into shadows.
Just the way it was described was less portal-like. Like they're stepping through a portal or creating a portal. Because if you create a portal here, and he would be able to do it. Didn't I give it to him? Yeah. He kind of snaps his fingers and disappears in a swirl of emerald green dust, and then reappears behind you. And says, when you portal here, there's a little bit of a residue left behind. It's creating a portal here is not clean.
I don't mean like portaling. I don't mean like where I come from. They call it.
That's what I'm saying. Creating a portal here at all, even planar portals, are gonna leave residue. Sadly, it's not very clean, unless they're a permanent portal, I guess. But creation of them was the residue, and this residue was less dusty. It was more goopy. This was not planar. This was not planar travel.
No, I just was hearing that, and I suddenly had. By the way, there's a new girl in town. She's one of those that was in ours, but in our ritual thing. And I found this other stuff. We found this other stuff, and it's all about connecting our souls to him.
Hmm.
Who
Oh,
else is
you've met.
that
Oh, you've
we
met.
were talking about earlier.
Ah, cool. Oh, you've met Aislinn.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
I didn't pay a lot of attention.
She was the one
Very
that
nice.
she was the one that warned us of the chain being threatened, and came with us when we tried to get here in time, and we're too late
And when
because travel.
she mentioned that whole melting into shadows thing again, and I just suddenly felt like it sounded familiar. So I thought I'd ask you if it could be that, because you'd know.
No, it was less that. It was more. There was something else. I'm not sure what it was yet. Definitely gonna be investigating it. Some sort of creature,
That's
maybe.
because I really didn't feel like dealing with the Raven Queen. She scares me a bit.
Why?
I mean,
She's
not mad. She's not mad, but still.
why? She's just. She's kinda interesting. Rather have a conversation with her than Mab.
Yeah, it's the whole death thing. I'm not into death. I prefer the other side life. It's much more fun than death.
That
More
I
chaos
agree,
in life
but
than death.
that I agree, but I mean, I don't really fear death myself, of course, but
It's nice.
from what yeah, it's true. That's true. From what the morals are, I always hear the morals saying is, I guess death is something to be feared. There's always a transition, and you go to a better place, yada yada yada.
Yeah, you know what? I hear that a lot. It sounds to me like trying to make death look less scary, and I just don't feel like finding out for sure.
Either way, she's not as big here. Not much of a following, you could say. More important matters elsewhere, like where you're from, technically. He just grins.
Why monk? If it's not Shadowfell, if it's not a planar gate, who gives people here the ability to do this portal thing? Where does that come from?
It's just something that unlocks in the brain. You should be able to do it with enough time. You'll just get this feeling to. It's just magical. This land is very magical. It just unlocks in the brain. It's been studied, of course, but it's not really fully understood. No. Well, I suppose it is and it isn't. They're not giving it to you. It's just their influence from the magic they put into the world when they created it. Literally created it, like they essentially assembled it. Kind of. There's a reason why this world is very magical.
And that was the two gods, right?
To start with, yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I understand. So the two gods created the world. They disagreed on some stuff. They started to fight, and this third guy just popped up.
Oh, are you talking about Equipoise?
A very generic term. Yeah, the third god.
They were
their fight to stop them.
They were basically, from what I understand, quite literally born out of the clash. It was actually, was that there? That's right. Oh, that was movie night. Yeah, I think it was a good bowl of popcorn.
So,
good to watch from there.
Possible that we're dealing with a fourth god?
No, I think this
influence is causing portals to, instead of pottery like yours, like mine hopefully will be someday.
I guess it
uses darkness and
I guess it depends on Well, it's definitely something to do with this Fixir, the Soul Reaper. I'm not fully up on my history. Just
Strong enough to contend with these gods?
think from what I remember, I believe he was trying to gather enough power to challenge them. So he might be almost on par. Close to it, maybe? I mean, people of power like to challenge gods all the time, right? Even those that...
all the time. Doesn't usually go well for them, but they do try it all the time.
Yeah. It's rather amusing. You know what I bet this melting thing is? What if it's a teleport of some kind, and they're using shadows to do it? It's a form of...
Are you talking like I got this druid friend back in Arctis Tor who can move from like tree to tree. Talking about like, an ability to move from shadow to shadow and not involve the Shadowfell?
From shadow to shadow over a short distance, I would assume, or short-ish. I don't know. I actually don't know if that tree-to-tree teleport would work here. I'll have to find a druid to test it. Maybe. Could be a short range teleport, perhaps. It could have teleported a shadow out of sight and just walked out the old-fashioned way. Once they got out of the shadows.
Can you do me a favor?
Anything.
Your watchers, assuming you've got some really good rangers in your watchers.
Probably a few.
Can you have them do about a 5-mile circle around this location and see if they can pick up a trail?
That's clever.
Because that maybe will give us a direction to start moving. Or it'll at least tell us if it's short range, or maybe it's longer range than we're thinking. I lost. Okay, there it goes.
Sorry, I was writing.
Oh, no problem. It's like I looked over and all of a sudden I didn't see the circle on Discord. I'm like, oh, am I being heard?
No, you're good. I hate that.
I don't know. Just something to think about. I'm sorry to bother you. You go back to being you. By the way, I went between what's-his-name's legs on the way over here just to give him a little chaos, just to let him know that we're here.
Oh, Hamoa! Is he still here?
Lacrimate pounces. Lacrimate pounces on Quentin just as he leaves the tent.
Roll an attack roll.
Surprise.
Actually, first we'll keep that one in case you get a second roll. Roll a stealth check. We're gonna go against Renee's passive because you're not expecting this. Never mind.
So, during this
Okay, so it's just straight roll, but it's is it a 19?
Yeah.
Does a 19 hit you? No, does a 19 hit you, Quentin? Wait, does it?
Let me see something. I'm checking something.
It does technically. I think you have
I'm making a check for something.
What while you're doing that? The whole time.
No, a 19 doesn't hit me because I shield.
Yeah, I guess you would have seen her coming. So like Rockray bounces off the.
Can you shield on a surprise attack?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a surprise attack because Lacrimate didn't roll high enough stealth to not be seen.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Renee saw her coming.
Yeah. So the whole time.
I will give her a thumbs up for nice try. You almost had me there.
Anyway.
She was sitting outside the tent, like wiggling her butt and falling on the ground. Her eyes like flexing wide and short and wide and narrow. And then as soon as Quentin had left the tent, she let out a little dragon yelp of excitement and had bounced up and then flopped back down on the ground as the magic aura.
You can't bounce it against the shield.
Thumbs up for the attempt, though, Lacrame. That was a good one. You almost had me. If you dropped the yelp beforehand, you'd have had me.
The little pig just like gets down low again, ready to pounce once more. Eyes widening and narrowing again.
Okay, we'll
That's
jump back.
20 feet high and go.
Okay, we'll jump back to the rest of you as you're searching. I'm gonna say you guys search for a while and you don't find any more pieces of paper.
I think this rock kind of looks interesting. It could be some sort of mechanism to hold something that would have been important. It's got a dimple on it.
Ricky, if the first 3 rocks didn't have a mechanism in them, I don't think the 4th rock is gonna have a mechanism in it.
I was just thinking that, like, together they would work together to hold a mechanism, right? I mean, that's how you, like, it's called collecting, Nah, it's not the rocks. What did you find?
Were there any other puddles in this room?
No, there was a few around the edges, yeah. No, we'll say they're just standing there and like a couple here, a couple there, 3 over here. Just like people were standing there and then disappeared into the ground.
Exactly how many?
We'll say there was I'll say 7.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Definitely multiple assailants. Looks like at least 7 puddles in this room, so possibly 7 cult individuals, give or take.
Oh, that's productive.
I found a stick.
Oh, look at that! That's about the same shape as the dimple on my stick. I think we can fit them together. On my rock. Did I say stick? Your stick on my rock. That sounds dirty for literally no reason.
I was thinking the same thing.
I like what Gail said. That was useful.
I mean, we can always check the stick and the rocks for draconic writing, but...
Gail, I love you. I really want to move on past the sticks.
Yeah, let's stop with that. Anybody know where Quentin went? Is he just been gone for like 15 minutes at this point?
Yeah,
I mean,
half an hour, I'd say. Took you a little while to do a thorough search.
You gotta give a person time, right? I mean, some people like to take the time. You don't rush it.
I mean, respectfully, like, our other friend left in the middle of the night to go to do who knows what, and they just like never came back. So I'm thinking like maybe we don't leave people alone in the woods where somebody just disappeared. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Again, I am corrected, and you are wiser than beyond what I could ever comprehend.
And just because I don't think it's particularly funny, and I think he's had better jokes, that whole thing he did on your arm is completely fake.
Right. So should we go look for... I lost my Drake.
What do you mean you lost your drink?
She's not in here.
Well, I really feel like we should have noticed that sometime before the 30 minutes we've been in here, but yeah, I don't see a dragon.
I mean, she usually kind of does her own thing, but, I mean, well, this isn't too weird, but, I mean, well, I don't know. Let's go, we'll just check outside, I think.
Okay,
I
also...
only got a 6 and 7, respectively, so...
Yeah. I'll say, as you guys are talking and you turn around to go and walk towards the entrance. That's when you notice Professor Hamoa is walked in and is looking over the goop, one of the puddles of goop.
Remind me, sorry. Does Ricky actually know Professor Hanoa?
Hamoa?
Hamoa, yes.
No, he wouldn't know who this is at all. Oh, because you have never been to Hawthorne.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Lyra,
Yes?
that guy again.
I see. Lyra will smile and, good evening, good morning, Professor. It's morning, isn't it? Or afternoon.
It's probably midday by now.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Oh,
How close am I?
Natalie, were you headed back? I didn't know.
Back to him.
Lacrime just chases after Quentin, but cannot.
No, we'll say you're on your way back right now. This is jumping back to them. And just says, Natalie, you and your friends? What are you and your friends doing here?
I have found a great deal of interest in ancient rituals and thought this would be a great way to spend time in the world a little bit. I'm actually curious, how much do you know about rituals and potentially undoing them?
I mean, it depends on the ritual.
Consider this ritual, breaking of the chain.
I mean, I'm sure it's complicated. It sounds like it takes 6 people.
What would you be able to figure out how to undo it? We found what we believe to be the words you need to say in order to happen, and the ingredients.
I mean, if you've got the ritual chant, that would be a great help.
Does the opposite of it, like reading it backwards, like do the opposite? Because that makes sense to me.
No, generally it's much more complex than that.
That makes a lot more sense.
I assume you're talking about trying to rebind the chains.
Yeah, and like not undo the head wound that I have, but the I'm gonna stop talking.
Who are you? You're new, aren't you?
Amongst these investigators, yes, I'm new. That's
Investigators. Interesting.
I overshare.
Well, I guess it's a reasonable vocation if that's what you're aiming for, Natalie. Whatever.
It certainly kept me busy and kept me quite entertained, although I could do a little bit less than the whole potential end of the world thing. But
Yes, it is quite, what's the word, disturbing. Well, I do know that if this is a lich, as they say, a key component of any ritual to rebind them is going to require retrieving the pieces of the phylactery that were stolen when the chain was broken. That'll definitely be a key component and lots of power, of course.
And the phylactery is...
It is the vessel in which a lich's essence, I suppose, is kept. It's the reason that you can't kill them unless you destroy it. And in this case, he was a pain.
And would that be like a glowing, floating orb, or would it be like a jar of ashes, or?
If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, this particular Lich's phylactery was, I think it was a urn of some sort. So I believe each kingdom or each chain was given a shard of it.
Wow, hot dog, I was not too far off. I was completely guessing. I'm a bit
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, that's a little selfish.
every
But,
Lich is different, but I believe, if I remember correctly, that's what it was. It's been hundreds of years, but or 100 years or so, I think.
like, since the chaining?
Yes. It's been a bit.
Would this be documented somewhere? That probably would be useful to know.
Not for public knowledge. No, it's not exactly. If there's any documents, it's kept under lock and key, so to speak.
What?
How I assume that the way this cult managed to break these chains was possibly by trial and error, to be honest.
But, like, to highly esteemed investigators, that they would maybe share that information?
Depends on what you want the information for.
Not breaking the chains, but probably the reversal, is the vibe that I'm getting.
Interesting.
That is the goal. This all seems to be quite the pickle they've put us all in. Being able to stop them before they're able to get any further, I believe it's in our best. You know, if there's anyone heading to the Cerulean chain or the Rolarian chain, based on geography and the fact that they started in Stone Age and ended up in Neveragil, those seem like the next best bets.
That's true. Hopefully Queen Scarlet is clever enough to keep the Thalian one safe. You see him roll his eyes at mentioning Queen Scarlet.
Well,
I'm just curious, how big are these chains? Like, are they, like, would you hit them, like, under someone's bed, or...
They're more of a metaphysical construct.
You know what? Someone told me that already, and I don't know why I forgot that. I apologize.
Yeah, it's fascinating, but it's really quite a shame that they managed to make it here.
It is a shame. I mean, I don't mind too terribly, other than the end of the world with all that. So, like, if you were to offer a word of advice on what to do next, or like where to go potentially, or any sort of guidance would be just blessed.
Well, I would perhaps look for tracks. Maybe, from what I understand, the Watchers caught them as they were leaving, so maybe they left tracks or something. Hopefully they did not go north.
Why not?
It's a special place.
See, when people say stuff like that, it just makes it sound like they're going to go north.
Yeah, I would be, if I were in their shoes, I would be inclined to, if I was a bad person and I wanted to make everyone...
Lyra, roll a history check.
Okay. Keep going with what you were saying.
Yeah, go ahead, Ricky.
Well, I mean, just to backtrack real quick, I was kind of curious. Did you say that some of these these people were caught, like these cultist people?
No, they weren't caught. The Watchers arrived as they were leaving, melting into the shadows, apparently.
And you know what? I can definitely verify that is a perfect match to some of the other stories that I also know. So that's almost definitely accurate.
Lyra, with a 16, I'll say, actually roll a religion check as well. It's gonna be a combination thing. Okay. That's funny.
+6 in one and a +1 in the other.
I'll say with a combination of religion 20 and 16 history, you know that after the Battle of Drydell, that Chaos and Harmony were left as kind of incorporeal forms, and so they're still on this plane but not fully there, or the power is very diminished. And you know that that somewhere in the world they each have physical locations. And I will say that heaven's petals are commonly associated with harmony from a religious standpoint, and just because they've been seen wherever it seems she's touched. And you know that as you would have definitely known and seen many heaven's petals on your way to this location and beyond, and it looks like beyond.
Alright, so Harmony's got something up north.
Or something.
Is that all you say?
I don't think she actually says that.
That
At
makes
least
sense.
not while Hamo is here.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, well, then we should probably steer around it.
I will say, Gail, you're probably having a hard time seeing right now because that blinding bright yellow light is still emanating from him.
If anybody has a perception above like 11, Gale has like the full just walked out in the sunshine, like hard squints of like trying to take a photo, but you just can't keep your eyes open.
Yes, Ricky sees that.
Yeah, Lyra would too. Just the looking up and trying to see what way the sun is, but the sun's in the opposite direction.
And you're still inside the cave because you ran into him as he was, yeah. And I think Amoa probably catches this look and goes, kind of sniffs slightly and just says, "What is it? What's the matter? You look like you're bothered."
Nope, I am just fine. Just thinking about where we're going after this and all the reasons we should not go north.
Roll a deception check?
Hey, did anyone... We never addressed that smell.
I think maybe the one Renee put on his hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone now.
I think Hamoa just kind of squints and says, "Huh. Creature such as yourself. Interesting." And just turns away.
I haven't really heard a person call another person a creature. It seems a tad insensitive.
Would expect slight better decorum from you, Professor. But, have a good day.
It's not exactly out of line for followers of Harmony. They tend to be a bit, well, like that.
Wait, what's wrong with Harmony?
Gail's just gonna whisper, they'll have a stick up their ass, that's all.
Ricky just like adjusts his stance a little bit. Wiggles his butt a little looser. Yeah, don't they all, right? Yeah.
Gale will not notice.
Gale sees nothing.
Gale has like a 10 passive. We're fine.
Amazing.
I think he just looks at you, Lyra, and says, if only, and just turns around and walks away.
Well, he's sure pleasant company, so...
Oh, his classes are the most boring.
He's an asshole.
He seems like the worst kind of romantic, if that was what he was trying to do.
You not back yet?
Yeah, I'll say by now as they're trying to walk out of the cave, you run into them as they're walking at the entrance.
Anytime you fly low, Lacrimae pounces.
How close is the Professor Gate?
Oh no, he's back in the cavern. They left because they met him at the entrance to the main cavern, and you're outside the cave right now. He's inside.
Hey guys, can I talk to you? I'll be. Wizard Dude's still inside, right? Professor Wizard Dude?
Yeah, he just left.
Just missed me.
Okay, I'm confused. Did you guys leave or did the wizard leave?
I think it's a bit of both.
I mean, we're right here in front of you.
It was like
I'll be right back. I gotta do something. It's my fey nature.
Didn't you just go?
Yeah, I'm gonna. This
Yeah.
will take a second. I got lots to tell you though, and I will try to stealth up.
Alright.
Can it be?
I'm gonna.
Hold on. Lacrimae is stealthing up on Quentin.
I'm going to cast my mage hand invisibly. As soon as he gets near one of the puddles, I'm gonna have my mage hand splash mud, the guck all over his robe.
And she pounces.
My invisible mage hand.
I'm going to say, as you're sneaking up, he doesn't immediately see you, but as you go to splash one of the puddles, he kind of whips around and
I will use the attack of the drake to hide my actions of using the puddle, and I will roll with the drake.
Pounced.
And still try to splash him with the guck.
and he will, he'll just kind of like wave his hand, and you see a arcane shield go up, and it just splatters against the arcane shield, and says, "You've got to get up earlier than that to
Sorry, a little busy.
try to surprise me."
PD, help!
Petey's just laughing.
She's like kind of
Gnawing.
meowing. Yeah, she's not biting hard, but she's gnawing and like pawing at you aggressively.
PD! PD's is floating about 10 feet away, just laughing. I will so get you for this later, PD. I swear. Lacrimae, gotta go talk to your dad, your buddy. Okay, give me a break here.
Fairies.
She'll roll off. Not seeming to understand, just more looking bored all of a sudden.
Yeah, I figured as much. Oh, by the way, got a question for you. Are you doing an investigation into the mud stuff?
Something like that. Kind of.
Okay.
This whole situation.
As per the rulers of a bunch of the countries, we are officially investigating this matter. Can you please give a report to us on all things that you find in regards to that gunk?
Oh, I'm not that interested in it. I'm more interested in why, in their
Which is
their choice.
though.
I'm more interested in their chosen direction after they left here.
Oh, and to give you a hint, I think it has something to do with the portal system that you guys use, except they're not using your powder one, they're using the Lich's system. And then I'll turn and fly out. On my way, I'll say it's an awfully chaotic idea.
You just see him like shudder, visibly shudder.
I am living up to what Arandon asked me to do, damn it.
Okay, so Renee joined you shortly after with a lacrimae trailing behind.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
like, she's not really following him. She just like happens to be wandering in the same direction.
So, guys, I got... Where'd the other one go?
Which one?
New girl.
Where did the new girl go?
I'll say you left it. She was still back on the cave, searching it.
Oh, I yell back over my shoulder. Hey, new girl, come get it. Come out here and join us for a second, please.
It's a much longer cavern, winding cavern. She does not hear you.
I'll
Hold
go
on,
get her.
I
No
tried it.
worries. I'll go get her for you.
No, send lacrimae. Send lacrimae.
I don't think that would work. I appreciate the gesture, but I'll do the gesture. Don't you worry. And Ricky will run off to go find the other individual.
Yeah, I don't get the sense that he's in control of the dragon. I get the sense that he's like
The dragon's kind of in control of
nanny.
him, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, to some degree.
It's an interesting combo.
Lacrimae's
It's
just
like
sitting
me
there.
and Petey with more chaotic nature. I kind of like it.
Lacrimae's just sitting there on her butt, just staring at you guys. Not really like pouncy right now, just kind of staring. Watching.
But, so I had an idea that I had to go check out with Brandon real quick. So, do you guys want me to try to tell you now or wait for the other two to get here and say it twice?
No, you should probably just wait.
Yeah. You guys find anything while I was checking this idea out?
Aislinn, hello?
Yes.
Hello. I never introduced myself, and that was mighty rude. I didn't know if I was allowed at the time, but not to establish any more information on that. My name is Ricky. I was just wondering if you would come join me and my friends for a quick another powwow, a little bit more of a conversation. Not to like stir any more trouble. We were just interested in talking.
Sure, why not? She follows you out. We sees her dagger that she was using to poke at the sludgy stuff.
It's awfully goopy, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Almost like it's congealing, too.
That sounds disgusting. But that had nothing to do with touching me. I didn't find any of that. Wait, if Ricky checks himself for goop.
There's no goop on you.
I'm all good. Hi, everyone. I brought Aislinn, everyone.
Yo.
Aislinn, good to have you back. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so I assume my position in the air, about 6 feet in the air. My legs, my right leg crossed on top of my left, like I'm sitting in a chair. I'm holding an imaginary Sherlock Holmes pipe in my hand.
Quick question before this kicks off.
Yes.
Has Gail noticed... Sorry, question for DM. Has Gail noticed this dragon following our fairy friend around?
Oh, fuck yes.
And
I think everyone has, to be honest. She hasn't really been too covert.
She's definitely followed Quentin more than anyone else. Like, more than Ricky right now.
Gale, as Quentin starts to get into his little speech, is going to cast Levitate on the little dragon.
I think there's a save on that if they're not willing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works immediately. Although there's some panicked pawing at the ground as the drake kind of like looks around in like a bewilderment, I would describe it. Her tiny little wings flapping, and she lets out a few yips as she tries to like doggy paddle into the air towards Quentin.
and she's just in one place because levitates up and down.
So she's doggy paddling in the air.
Basically.
So, I had a wrong idea. Because the first thing that came to my mind, we've got all these portals that go from here to the Fae and how they're around everywhere. And I thought disappearing into the shadows reminded me of the Raven Queen, which reminded me of the Shadowfell, which reminded me of this. There's supposed to be a way to move from shadows to the Shadowfell, blah, 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 blah. Long story short. So I ran to Arandin, and I said, hey, Arandin, is this possible? He said, no, I don't think so. And then he showed me the portal thing that y'all did. Larry, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I've taken the bigger ones before. I don't think any of us are quite skilled enough to do it on our own.
You have to be quite wise to pull that sort of stuff off. I mean, not necessarily wise, just well off, but not financially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was talking with him about that. He showed me that. He showed me how there's that powder residue stuff when it's done, which made me think about that and connect me and him together. We kind of put it together. It looks like maybe this is a form of the portaling stuff that y'all get because of the way the gods created your world and blah blah blah. Okay, but I think this one is coming from the Lich.
Wait, where did this come, like, with creation?
Yeah, he said that the basically as the gods used so much magic to create the world, it inadvertently allowed you guys to do things like this portaling thing after long enough. And long story short, God's
I know what
magic
you're talking about. Yeah,
world, blah blah blah. So,
I mean, it is relatively new-ish.
so that
Portaling's always been a thing. Portaling's always been a thing, even when you were young.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Got me into thinking, and got him into thinking that it's probably not a long-range portal, which I put together just a little while ago while I was flying here, with the fact that we have these brands that are kind of like the Cavian brands, but they're like knockoffs, and we can't communicate as far as like you can with like you guys can with your Cavian brands. Pointing at the, I'm sorry, new girl. I'm just going to call you new girl from now because I'm terrible with names. And new guy,
Aislinn. And
Aislinn and Rick and Sticky.
You can call me Sticky. That sounds just fine.
Anyway, you guys can like talk long distances with yours, but the knockoff ones can't go as far. So I'm thinking I was thinking, along with what Arandin said, it makes sense then that the knockoff portaling, this using shadows and leaving muck behind, can't go as far. So I talked Arandin into having some of the scouts and the ranger types that can do all the tracking do a 5-mile circle around us to see if they can find tracks of these guys. Maybe they just portaled a little ways away and then ran. Does it make sense?
That makes a wild amount of sense. Also, I like the way you say muck. So, do you think you know what direction, or we're waiting on the scouts to find out?
Waiting on the scouts to find out, but it makes me think that what we're looking at, because, just Lyra, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the whole reason why this guy was taken down was because he was trying to get strong enough to challenge your gods, right?
If I remember correctly, yes.
So it makes sense he'd be trying to, make some of the abilities the gods. And I don't know, the Cadian thing, does that come from one of the gods, or is that just something? It comes from the magic that the gods left in the world, so it's kind of like from the gods, but not directly, like the portaling thing is.
I mean, like, my impression was all magic came from the gods, and then, like, wise people kind of used that and developed things like that. And the mark was for our people to actually be able to live in Cavia with the dragons. It was necessary.
The mark's tied to the dragons?
I mean, not necessarily, but I mean, in a metaphorical sort of way, but not like the chains.
So what I'm thinking is this Lich, in his attempts to become more godly, to challenge the gods, was starting to do things like this monkey portal thing.
He's being a copycat. That's what we call it.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking more of an inferior. You know how if you make a copy of a copy of a copy, that's how it's a fast copy. It's all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah,
you gotta go with the original.
There was this time in school with this girl Isolde really liked my dress, and so she tried to get one done the same, but it was not good. It was made of all this really cheap, ugly fabric, and it just did not work. But, like, it was
very sad.
And since the Lich isn't as powerful as the gods, your all's gods, he can't quite do the same. Instead of the pretty powder you all get, his people get the muck.
Aren't we making an assumption that he doesn't want the muck and he wants the powder? What if the muck is better?
Well, I'm saying that the muck is here because he's not as powerful. And when I was talking to Randy, he made it seem like the muck was a less pure, or not pure not being the right word, more... Good Lord, man, would you keep your accent to yourself?
I'm sorry, I get that all the time. Are you trying to say, like, it's less efficient, is maybe what you're trying to say?
He lacks the power to make it as strong.
That's exactly what I meant.
They weren't allowed to travel as far. And that's what I'm hoping we'll be able to, with the help of his scouts and stuff, we might be able to pick up a trail we can follow.
Still seems like a bit of a jump, but it's a better lead than anything we have at the moment.
It at least follows some sort of logical train of thought, other than they just want to release this guy.
Lyra, did you just say that? Damn it, Ricky, take your accent back! And I run over and I hug Lyra. Thank you for calling me logical.
Okay, I was a bit confused on what you were referring to, but I am glad to have helped in some way or shape or form.
I love y'all.
Never thought you'd say that about me.
It was a one-time deal.
God, I'm never getting rid of this damn twisted version of my accent now.
Damn it, Josh!
More importantly, though, Ricky woke up yesterday or multiple days ago?
I mean, like...
I just woke up today.
Yeah, like today.
I mean, I've woken up multiple times through my life, but today I woke up here, and this is not where I was meant to be.
Trust me, I know a couple things about that. But when did all of the professors and the research center roll in to town to try and stop the chain?
They've told you that they've been here about, I'll say, 3 days?
3 days. So that would mean that the people disintegrated 3 days ago. Meaning that any half-wit with any survival training is going to be 3 days away from here.
Oh wait, does that mean that I was sleeping for 3 days?
Quite possibly, yeah.
You'd think I'd be hungrier.
They might be able to find a some sort of trail that could at least tell us what direction they're traveling.
That's very wise. Because, I mean, that was the debate we were just having. Were they going north? Were they going east? Were they going south? No one knew.
Assuming that they have the competency of, like, I don't know, half of our group, they could make it to a big city and use a portal house to go nearly anywhere in the continent. Likely within 3 days.
From here, though, there's not many big cities nearby unless they want to go back towards Valholz.
And do you think, like, the portal house would let a bunch of creepy necromancers just walk in? I would probably tell them maybe not. I would talk to a guard.
That sounds like discrimination.
It does.
I would like to think that they don't really think about that type of thing, but hey, you know, I mean, I'm sure they don't walk around with, like, dead animals hanging from them or, like, their hands smelling of rotten flesh or something.
Did any all smell that earlier? I think there was still something in here, but I don't smell it anymore. Also, are all some necromancers are good? I don't understand what we're talking about anymore.
Well, necromancy is a tool, and any tool can be used for good or for bad.
I mean, I
Just
wouldn't
as
throw insults at them
holy-
just because they're not great
Holy
people.
magic can be bad. You can have a there are worlds. This one is kind of different, but there are worlds where the evil gods give you holy magic to do bad things with, but it's still holy.
Sometimes the undead are friendly. Usually they're not.
I mean, I don't know
You're very
entirely
friendly.
where you might be from, but like here, because holy magic is usually like it can be abused, but the strongest of them, they're always gotta be,
Not true.
or not. I don't know.
Let's say your hometown is being attacked by a big nasty army, right?
Right. That would be terrible.
A very powerful necromancer shows up and raises a bunch of dead to fight off the army and save your town.
There wouldn't be dead if there wasn't bad.
You know, there's always death. You have to remember, death is a part of life.
Yeah, because of the bad.
No, because of life. Everything has a balance.
I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
You're making me get very metaphysical, aren't you?
You've got a handsome mind, and I love it.
Ricky, I'm not supposed to think this way anymore.
I apologize. I will not pester you any longer on philosophy.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We'll talk about it more later. But short version is magic, like anything else, is a tool. Every type of magic, like anything else, is a tool. A thief, somebody who has the ability to pick locks. I don't know who that might be, but let's say they're a cute little fairy guy. If he uses that ability to pick locks to get bad people in trouble, that's a good thing, right?
Are you confessing to something?
Absolutely not.
Hale in the background is levitating the little dragon down, like forward.
Lacrame, in that time, Lacrame looked fucking stressed. like not that she wanted to get down, but like flapping desperately, paddling desperately, trying to figure out this flying thing to get to Quint.
Yeah, Gale, seeing this, will let him down, we'll let him run, and then lift him up.
And
Ideally,
that whole time,
while someone is distracted.
that whole time Lacrame's in the air doing that, Petey was flying circles around Lacrame and just teasing.
Oh, furious. She was furious. She actually, I think her attention has shifted. From that, it has shifted away from Quentin. It's now on Petey, absolutely.
But, so, I mean, I think this is an idea. I'm not sure. Guys, I didn't want to say anything until I checked it out some. What do y'all think?
I think it's better than anything we currently have to go off of. It's a hypothesis.
I mean, all we were doing was, like, poking goop, so, I mean, this sounds good.
Excellent. Does that fit with the type of information that you've found so far?
Makes sense. I don't see why not. Hello?
Well, then at that point, with that, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on why I ran off. I'm trying to be more responsible. Good God, what the heck has gotten into me?
Growling,
You're charming.
although not in size.
Well, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna go and look for tracks, I guess. She wanders off.
Alright. Well, we know from the amount of puddles that there was likely around 7 of them.
I was inside. Weren't there a bunch outside, too?
So,
No, they were just inside.
Oh, they were just inside? I thought, okay, I misunderstood.
What would you guys like to do?
We can probably help them go. We didn't find much inside. Was there only the one room in this one?
Yeah, it was just the one room. It was just like a winding tunnel that led to a room, and the front entryway was like. God damn it! I found it and then I lost it again. I had to write up of what it looked like.
You got very lucky, Ricky. Where we woke up, there was like 10 rooms, and we had to like walk for like an hour, and it was stuffed full of undead and coffins.
Gail, that's not true, Gail. There were many more rooms. You would have to go explore them. There was treasure there. I know.
This is true.
That sounds miserable. I definitely do count myself lucky. I never even met my kidnappers. I just woke up on a country cot.
Oh, we didn't meet our kidnappers either. We're just kind of assuming at this point.
Oh, right. That makes
Woke up naked on the floor.
You were
woke up naked?
Yeah. Had to look all over to find our stuff.
Yeah, but
it was
we
just
were
our
fully
stuff.
clothed. It was just like my sword.
I'm naked without my weapons.
I see what's going on there.
Turn
I
afraid.
figured it out. You're the tool.
Alright, you guys can all make
We're
survive.
talking about sticks and divots and rocks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys can all make survival checks to start searching for tracks. Searching around a place.
Damn.
Yeah, this should go well.
I believe in you, Gale. We need to get you some, like, enchanted items to get your stats up.
No.
Okay, it's a group survival check. So I'll say you guys spend a good couple hours really combing and kind of like slowly working your way out on either side around the camp. And I'm gonna say around 5, 6 o'clock, kind of starting to get closer to like it's kind of getting towards like dusk and things are starting to get a little darker. We had to rely on some light spells and Lyra's dark vision and such, and you're starting to get kind of hungry. And when I will say,
Starving now. I
There.
take it back from what I was saying before. I am very hungry.
Renee and closely followed by Ricky, I'll say you find a set of very peculiar tracks. Like they look humanoid, but they look like they were running, and they're running in a southeastern direction.
They look like boots.
Yeah, like could we travel? They look just like humanoid footprints, like even
Like
human.
feet?
No, like boot prints. Sorry.
Okay, boot print.
So, like,
But
this way?
yeah,
Quentin, you see that? Footsteps.
Yep. Okay, everybody. First, I look around and I try to get an idea for the distance from where we first. I track the footprints back to where they start.
they'd be like, I'll say it's a good at this point 100 feet before they start. And then as you start tracking backwards, you do see like, just gotta check something here.
I'm looking to see if they start at like puddles of goo.
No, yeah, so I gotta, I'm still, yeah. wasn't distance yet. I'll say like as you start tracking backwards further back towards the camp, you do see occasionally little puddles of goop in like areas where it's obviously more shadowed, and every we'll say 30 feet is another puddle, and then like a little bit of running, and then they teleport again, and but there's like a lot of intervals of 30 feet.
Looks like they can travel about 30 feet through this goo stuff. Or 30-ish feet.
And do it repeatedly, too.
Do it as often as they want. It's almost like it's a cantrip.
What's a cantrip?
Hard to say. Something from the Feywild.
Snap my fingers and have my mage hand start massaging Gale's head.
Like Gale's hair is mostly just like a cloud that looks more like hair.
I will say you do notice that where we find like more goo, like I guess connecting points, so to speak, it's always within a area that's obviously more likely than not, and multiple times a day in either dim light or darkness.
Just in case, Lyra will focus very hard and try to imagine herself moving to another location in darkness.
You don't move anywhere.
Unfortunately.
Alright.
Lyra?
Yes?
Is it... Oh, can I see that she's doing this? Do I know?
Oh yeah, it's just I would think maybe you notice you're kind of like concentrating really hard, maybe, yeah.
Lyra, what are you doing?
Experimenting.
How?
No, it doesn't matter. It didn't work.
Well, what are you trying?
Oh, just trying to see if we could do that too.
Lacrame's sneaking up on Lyra.
Lyra?
Yes?
You were just thinking about moving from shadow to shadow?
I'd say she can sneak up on her, yeah.
Try concentrating on your brand and doing that.
Alright.
Lacrame gently blows a little freezing mist at the base of her soles.
Woo!
Freeze it to the ground.
I think I did something.
I'm gonna say that as you're concentrating, Lyra, I'm gonna say you don't like melt into the ground or anything. You just suddenly, in a kind of like misty kind of silvery mist, you suddenly teleport 30 feet forward.
Weird.
Would you? I think you cut out a little bit there.
You just kind of squeaked. Like, oh, that was a bit weird.
She just teleported?
Mm-hmm. But it was like a silvery mist.
Wow.
You guys tried.
How did you do it in the first place?
I thought really hard about it. And for a minute I was focusing on my brand, and also I felt something really cold at my feet.
So you got cold feet and it let you teleport away from your current location?
Yeah?
That must be the goop. The goop makes your feet cold, I'm sure of it.
care?
Pardon?
What did it look like when she moved?
It was like a silvery mist.
Did that ring anything with my nature?
Depends, do you know the Misty Step spell?
No, I don't. I didn't know if it when you said silvery mist, it made me think of the Fae.
Roll
Instead of stuff.
roll an Arcana check.
Great, not bad.
Ayla's
Great.
probably like stripping off her boots and socks to see if that helps or not.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
16, I'll say, oh yeah, you've probably seen it enough. A lot, there's plenty of Fae and either just elves or Eladrin or Fae in general that can usually a limited amount of times a day can teleport.
Ricky's barefoot.
Short
next to
distances?
Gale now in the shade, trying to like narrow his eyes and focus to feel the cold feet and teleport.
Yep.
Lacrame has backed off now and is like cackling.
I will I kind of fade back a little bit, get everybody in front of me. And I will point a finger towards Lyra. And I will cast a message. I say, you know, that wasn't really a shadow thing. That was kind of a silvery mist Fae-like thing.
My feet do feel cold, but I think the gunkiness is the mud.
Yeah. Maybe we need to think harder. I don't know.
And Lyra can respond to that.
Yeah.
Yes. You're the only one who can hear what I said, too.
Okay. She will stare back at Quentin and go, yeah, I didn't feel very goopy.
I'll use another message. Daddy trait?
Never happened before.
This is how Fae talk to each other.
Totally. There's
Gotta
now.
keep trying.
I
Lyra's
can't be
gonna
sure,
somehow-
but I'm getting the feeling it might be.
Gale, do you feel
And
any
that'll be my
tingles?
last message.
I'm feeling tingly. I think I feel the tingles of the shadows.
You're starting to feel the teleports coming on.
I think I
Ricky,
feel the
I
scummy
think
teleport.
that's more of your dragon breathing its ice stuff on your feet.
Wait, what?
Didn't your dragon just breathe on your feet?
Is it?
Ricky will look around. Lacrame is not at these two's feet. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, what? Did you see her doing something? Lacrame?
I noticed it earlier.
Lacrame just looks up at you innocently. Big eyes.
Ricky just kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, but then smiles brightly and waves. No, she's just playing over there. That's fine.
I think we're on a wrong track here.
We're starting our own tracks now.
I don't
But
know.
we did find out about how far it looks like they can move with this stuff. I say we follow it and see what we can find out. I will do this, though. Hey, Petey.
Huh? He flies over. Kind of
Do
like
me a favor, buddy.
swirling around Lacrame for a second.
Swing
She's
back.
agitated again.
Tell her Radin what we saw. And then try to catch up to us, okay?
Oh. Shrugs and flies off. What would you guys like? It is 5, 6 in the evening.
Start chasing. Let's start following. They've gotten enough of a head start. Let's see how much we can do.
All right.
You intend to camp out here.
I intend to chase these footprints as far as we can tonight, and then be at it first thing in the morning.
So we have to walk all the way back out here in the morning.
No, we're going to keep going south and east where these footprints are going until we can't see them anymore at night, even after I use my spells.
I think he implies we're gonna be back to camping.
Yes.
We left all of our stuff.
We should probably get that and then get at it.
I carry all my stuff all the time. Why are you guys leaving stuff behind?
You
We
all
were
just
camping.
kinda-
We had a tent.
What do you guys
You were, but it doesn't mean you didn't leave your stuff in the tent because it was the tent that was offered to you.
Go get your stuff. Be quick. I'll be waiting here. Yeah, you know what? Go get your stuff. We'll meet back at our tent. And, freaking another day behind schedule. I'm grumbling the whole time I'm flying back, following Petey, going, Petey, wait, I'm coming with you.
Lyra looks very
Peeling
pleased.
out.
She did not want to start camping out this late at night.
Okay, that's weird. So you guys wander your way back to the camp. Are you doing anything else for the evening other than like supper and that sort of stuff?
Ricky cooks.
Oh.
Whatever meat and vegetables that Ricky can seem to find out of like rations, he'll
Easy enough.
try to find some spices, whatever else, and cooks up a yummy meal.
Easy enough. I'd say you can get some experience doing that. Anything else? Anyone?
Gale noticeably less pleased because Gale doesn't think we'll find the tracks at this point, much less with another day, but Gale's not gonna go against Lyra either.
That's fair.
I know what direction they were going.
Yeah, 3 days ago. 4 days ago come morning.
Nice, we even have our little foxes that we could take. We came back to camp.
I'm sensing a little bit of tension, but I think if we just all sit down and eat a good meal, everything will be just fine.
Alright, anything, like I said, anything other than like eating your good meal and any conversations or?
Lyra doesn't think the meal is like great, but like it's passable. It's better than the food they've been having on the road so far. She is pleased with this. So, like,
I'll be doing better, don't you worry. Just a little more practice, I'm sure I got it. Before turning in, Ricky goes for a short
Gotcha.
little walk to have like a mini argument with Lacrame over the day.
Would you like to do that or just say you did?
It just happened, and it's in
Okay.
Draconic. Lacrame
Okay.
doesn't speak or understand Common.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll say she's trying to pick it up, but it's still confusing right now, yeah.
Yeah, she catches like the vibes of words, but
Yeah.
she's at the Spanish 1 level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Knows like the words for bathroom, and like
Yeah.
a couple random really specific words like ham and cheese sandwich and.
She can kind of like identify the gender of the word, but no idea what it means.
Yeah. She's learning slowly, but it's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, get a little bigger. Alright, so you have your little conversation. Anyone else want to have any conversations or anything?
No, I'm just
No.
gonna.
Before Lyra goes to bed, she will try and poof again, just to make sure she can do it a second time.
You do. And even one time, you happen to be touching Gale on the shoulder, and you make her go forward instead of you.
Ayo!
Okay,
Ayo, where'd you go?
I'm here. I don't suppose the shadows were delayed by approximately 4 to 5 hours. Was it you?
I was trying to teleport again, and then you went instead.
I don't think this how the spell's supposed to work, but I don't know. Is that normal?
No, I discovered this today.
Oh, yeah, okay, true.
I guess I'll keep it in mind.
Yes, I mean, it could be helpful. Somebody is in a lot of trouble, you could shift them over like 30 feet and not even produce. You don't produce goop, right? Gail will check her feet.
There's no goop.
I don't see any goo.
It's just like a shower of silver glitter, basically, but it disappears.
Yep. No goop, only sparkles. It's useful. I mean, maybe they could track the sparkles, but it's a little harder to see than goop, so.
I did update it so that you'll be able to check off boxes. It's just going to take a little while for D&D Beyond to catch up, so you just have to keep track.
Yep, that was our 3 today. So.
Yeah. Forgot to update that
I
properly.
completely forgot that was the thing I had until.
Yeah. I'm
oh,
like,
wait.
I forgot about that. I'm like, you know what? Let's introduce it. Anyway, okay, if no one else can have any more conversations or do anything, we'll say you guys can easily get your long rest. Move the day forward. And first thing in the morning, we'll say you probably get a decently early night's rest. You guys are just setting straight off. Cause also you can easily navigate to where you last saw the last little bit of tracks. Or where you first saw the tracks way out there, so you can start tracking them further. And I'll say they're kind of off the path at this point. So you're not really following a road.
Were we able to take our boxes with us?
Oh yeah, because they were assigned to you, so. They may not be too happy to leave it fragile, but you know. Yeah.
Does Ricky get Aeroth's box?
Probably. Because he definitely left it behind.
Oh yeah, he did.
He walked off. He did not take the fox singing him. Whatever.
He's gone into another portal already.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Foxes don't like portals.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no Griffin.
Yeah, he's probably wandered back into Atemnity and then back into another portal by now.
Like, oh damn, I didn't want to come here.
Basically. I'll roll a few times for like the different portals he goes through. Continue. So is there anything you guys want to do first thing in the morning before you set out? Anyone to talk to, or?
I would have given Arandon a quick brief last night about, hey, this is what we found, and we're going to head off first thing in the morning and see what we can find at the end, where the tracks go to.
Well, that's last night. Let's explore that a little bit. Because as you kind of give the lowdown on what you guys learned, what the direction you think you're going to go ahead, it's kind of lazing about as usual, because why not? When you're that powerful. And just like, alright, so you're leaving. You sure you're not wanting to know any more of that information? I was talking to you about? But where you're from? Alright, it's
I can find you
fascinating.
later, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I might pop in occasionally if I'm bored.
I got enough on my plate already. I don't need other things to confuse me even more.
That's fair. I don't know if it's related to this anyway, so just where you're from, Winks.
Why did you say that? I will ask one question. You said something about that might be a reason why I was picked.
Yeah, because you're born under it's a very special moon. And 2 to boot. In general. And, it's the prime material world, but not this prime material world. Seems kind of magically significant, I don't know.
If you figure out why it might be important, let me know. Other than that, that's a headache for another day.
I think the only thing that I could think of is that, what really? Never mind. Oh. I think it's basically what we've gathered so far is it seems that the people chosen and branded with these marks have some sort of confluence of circumstances, particularly magical circumstances surrounding them, born under celestial solstices and all sorts of powerfully magical things. It's fascinating.
These giant batteries is what I'm getting.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, we will talk about it later. Right now, it's just more than I want to put my head around.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, be safe.
Yeah, see you later. And I'm off to bed next morning on the road.
Alright. Okay, so say start with try to get close to being done, but a little bit more. I'm gonna say first someone roll me a survival well everyone will roll a survival check and someone roll me just a D6. Ricky, roll a survival check.
Oh, sorry, everyone? Oh, my.
Yeah, everyone roll a survival. And then someone just roll a regular D6.
Even the new guy has to partake in the skill challenge.
Alright. So you're, I'll say, a combination of the 19 and 18. Gail and Larry are probably busy talking about this weird teleporty thing Lyra's started doing. I'd say between Renee and Ricky, you managed, and Ricky seems to be actually quite proficient in this, surprisingly. Well, kind of.
Ricky feels really comfortable. Like before we started riding, he got really like really gentle with the fox and groomed it a little bit and just kind of like bonded with it, and which was counterpointed by Lacrame jumping on the fox's back and kneading in its fur.
I think it's semi used to it. Kind of like winces a little bit of the claws, but I'll say you two managed to keep on track of all the. Some of them are starting to fade. They're still. You managed to still find enough tracks to keep a direction and still continue going to the. Where's my main map here? Keep going to the southwest. So you make it about there. And actually no, we'll say you make it to about there. And they'll continue to be going to the southwest, maybe turning southeast, my bad. East and west, man. Anyway, maybe turning a little bit more to the east, but still in a more southerly direction. And it's a fairly easy day, even though primarily you're still running through forest, not really on the road. Occasionally you'll manage to find a road and kind of follow the tracks alongside, but they're mostly seem to be running through the forest.
Could Ricky kind of guide the fox to sniff some of the deeper tracks and try to catch a scent and follow that to help?
Yeah, I like that. I think I'll give you advantage on your next survival roll. for that.
Okay.
Actually, also give me an animal handling check. Okay, yeah, I think you'll be able to do that.
Cool.
Okay, unless there's something anyone wants to do in the evening, let's do another round of survival checks. Ricky with advantage, and another d6.
Lyra is, if anything, consistent.
Yeah, wow, what the hell? Oh man, and Renee's still taking the lead.
Hey, Gail, you made double digits.
I know. It's, I think, the first time this session, so it's great.
For Gale.
Gail was just ranting about how the followers of Harmony are like kinda not shit, and they were back in the day. And frankly, it sounds like they're not any better now.
Okay, I'm gonna say for this day. Oh, I just gotta move my calendar headed too. My bad. Before I forget. There we go. I'll say for this day's travel, it's primarily Renee with Ricky still kind of helping, in a sense, kind of helping, more so helping Renee find the tracks by where the fox isn't pointing its nose. But you continue to manage to follow the tracks, and we'll say they start curving kind of along the desert here. And, there we go. As you're riding, I just need to check something. As you're riding, I need everyone to put your tokens on the map about
A little concerning.
up here. Yeah, kind of running through. We'll say you're on your fox, so I don't have tokens for them yet. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh yeah, you can put Lacrame just right next to you, Ricky. Because she's got her own token. Because she does act.
I'm dragging just say.
Yep. I would say Gale and Lyra are probably near the back. Because Renee and Ricky seem to be doing more of the tracking.
Yep, I didn't know what way we were going.
Yeah, so you're going, this direction. Once Ricky, he's able to put the... Not dragging, or did I did give you permission, right? Oh, yeah, it's in your journal.
No problem, but for some reason I can't.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you permission on it. My bad. Okay,
Yep.
now you should be able to. I let you see it. I didn't let you move it, apparently. All right.
Do it. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just put it like right. We'll say right beside him, because say she's riding on your fox. Oh, I gotta. Oops. Ooh, oh. No. Sorry, I just gotta. There we go. Yep. There we go. Everyone can move their tokens one movement forward, so I think the fox's movement is... Actually, what's the fox's movement again? I think if you have... It should be in your character sheets. I can't remember.
God, I don't know.
Horses are 60.
I think I put it on your sheets.
Yeah, horses are 60.
Oh, it's a fox. It's actually got its own stat block. Oh, I did not. Hold on.
Sorry, I don't remember anything.
Mount. Okay, I added it to yours, Lyra. It's a movement speed of 45 feet, so everyone can. I'll say you can move 20 feet right now. If you search under mount and go riding fox, it'll come up in your extras tab. Yeah, you guys can move your 20 feet however orientation you're gonna ride. Hello?
Sorry,
Do we do it at initiative or?
No, just move 20 feet, basically. We're not in initiative yet. But just in general, move your 20 feet. Alright, and you can move your next, I'll say, I guess it'd be 25 feet for the 45 moving of the fox. And you guys are traveling like this. And as soon as I say stop, just don't stop moving. And stop. As Lyra runs kind of past that tree, and I guess Renee, token layer. I'm gonna say Renee made it to above there. Suddenly this plant creature strikes out. Sorry. And it's going to strike out with all these kind of plant-like tendrils and almost tentacle-like tendrils, but they're like made of vines at all four of you, actually. Hold on, we're going to roll initiative in a second. I just want to get the turn tracker up and see if this is going to work. We'll go run encounter. Okay, we'll just get initiative going. It does get an attack, but I just want to get the initiative on there.
Or you click on your token.
Yeah, make sure you click on your token.
Thanks for the reminder.
Sorry, it's been so long. Where is initiative on the sheet?
Right by your armor class.
By AC. Oh, there we are, yeah. Okay.
Why did Lyra's not go in there? That's weird.
Fine.
No, in my encounter builder.
Oh,
Weird.
right.
Oh.
I'll go this. Turn. It rolled like shit, but it does get a surprise round. Oh, I gotta get Vera out of there. I don't know why it's in there. Oh, it's because that's why. It's because I built this with him. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Ricky is 6. So we'll start it, but we will say this creature gets a tentacle attack at each of you. That does its tentacle swarm. Let me do my attack rolls. First, we'll say at Lyra, because you're like right on top of it. $21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, D8. 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Gale will use intercept on the damage from the attack.
What does that do again? Gotta remind me.
It negates the damage.
Okay, so say it negates the damage, but it is,
Sorry, it negates up to the roll of damage.
Okay, so you take 2 points of damage, and you are grappled. We'll just use this token, this little icon.
Lyra takes 2 points of damage.
Yeah, 2 points of damage because Gale kind of gets her sword in there. Gale.
Verify what kind of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Okay, just
25 to hit. Gale.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, I forgot to do. There we go. I picked it up. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are also grappled. Grappled and restrained. My bad. Oh, and also Lyra also takes. I roll them at the same time. Don't do that. Quit rolling off the desk. Lyra also takes 3 necrotic damage, and Gale, you take.
resistance to necrotic.
Okay, so you take 1 necrotic damage, and Gale, you take 10 necrotic damage. Oh, sorry. That'll be at the start of your turn, so you can mark that off at the start of your turn. So it'll be 1 necrotic for Lyra and 10 for Gale once we get to your turn. My bad, I forgot that's how it worked. But you're grappled and restrained currently. The next one will be at Renee. 20 to hit. Renee? Because I think you can possibly shield, so. Renee!
No, it's not. It doesn't. No, I can't shield because this is a surprise attack.
Oh yeah, you're right. Reactions are weird. Anyway,
Can't even dodge.
7 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'll get to the necrotic damage on your turn. And you're grappled and restrained as well. And then Ricky. Ooh. 15 to hit. Does not hit you. Wow, this die failed me. And actually, technically, Lacrime is in range too, so it can make an attack, I think, anyone? Yeah, any number of creatures. Okay, so it's gonna roll, it's gonna try and grapple Lacrime, because she's right next to you too. 9 to hit Lacrime. I think her AC is higher than that, isn't it?
It's also 17.
Okay. So, Ricky just kind of like, and Lacrime just kind of dodge out of the way as your friends are all grappled and restrained by this thing. So we'll start, and so we get to the top of the round with Lyra. It's an action to attempt to break free.
All right.
And you also
took most of the damage. She's still grappled.
Yeah, you take and you take what you take the 1 point of necrotic at the start of your turn.
Okay, I already took
Actually,
it. So.
Come to think of it, it was a surprise round. I don't know if you could have used interception. Technically, whatever. It already happened.
Right.
It already happened. I can't remember what the full damage was, so whatever.
It was literally just plus 10.
Oh, true. Oh, whatever. It already happened. Too late. My bad.
Right on top of Lyra, anyways.
Yeah. So you do take that 1 point of necrotic damage at the start of your turn, though.
Okay.
But what would you like to do,
My
Lyra?
turn hasn't started.
No, I mean Lyra took the 1. You have 10 at the start of yours.
Just to verify, what do we have disadvantage on?
Restrained, I believe, is disadvantage on a few things, I believe. Should be able to have the condition on there. Grappled. And restrained. So restrained is creature speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonuses. Speed attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and the creature disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Zach, D&D Beyond just crashed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Lyra. See, I was trying to add the grapple and restrain conditions. Lyra will. So she can still cast, right?
Yeah, if it's an attack roll, it will be at disadvantage, though.
No, it's a saving throw.
I think, yeah, because you can still move your hands. It's just kind of weird.
And this is a one that only requires verbal. She's casting Dissonant Whispers.
All right.
And I just click the cast button.
Okay, so the wisdom save.
DC 18 wisdom save.
You know, it doesn't make that. This is gonna be interesting. So it takes 10.
An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
It's not. You're grappled and restrained.
Drained. Okay.
This is gonna be interesting. So it takes 10 psychic. Hold on. Oh, fuck off. And it's supposed to move, right? It's forced.
Yeah, it's
spell
forced
again.
to move in the opposite. It's afraid of Lyra.
I think it's for the turn, I believe.
It uses its reaction.
Yeah, but it's. Yeah, I know it's not. That I remember. So I guess technically it would. Oh wait. I think it would release Lyra and it would drag the rest of you with it.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it would. It's afraid of Lyra, so it's going to move its speed, which is 40 feet. And we'll say it moves the rest of you 40 feet. Gonna. Ah!
Is it able to move 40 feet and take full movement if it's dragging 3 of us?
Oh, that's right. My bad. I'm stupid. Where the fuck were you? Okay, so it's there, so I can move 20 feet then. That's just dragging you. And Ricky was not grappled, so you're fine. Yeah. Take that off of you. Oops. Okay, I think that's your action. And I think
after
that's
her bonus action. She will give inspiration to Gale.
all right. How does that inspiration sound?
You got this, Gale.
Bye.
All right, Gail, you're up next.
Okay, so it's an action to try and break free?
Correct.
And it's a strength check.
Oh, and you also take that 10 necrotic at the start of your turn.
Yes. Okay.
Or, yeah. So
I
you.
don't know how Gale doesn't have resistance to necrotic, but she doesn't. It seems like something that should come with being undead, but yeah.
Well, you're not technically undead, so.
Yeah, technically. Okay, so just a strength.
It is a. Where is my thing on it? Come on. I had it. Da da da. Brain. Yeah, it is a strength check. Escape or DC 15.
So I click my strength for this, not my
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, strength check. Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
So you're still restrained.
Cool.
Anything with your bonus action?
I mean, can I cast Wrathful Smite on myself? Is that something I can do?
Technically, it's a concentration. So until you make your next weapon attack, so you can do it as a preparatory thing, I'd say, because it lasts what, a minute?
Yeah, it does. So
Yeah, you can do
I'll
that.
cast Wrathful Smite on
All right,
myself.
so you're concentrating on that. Okay. So next up would be Renee, and at the start of your turn, you take 3 necrotic damage. And what would you like to do? Renee, you just managed to wiggle your way out of the thing, so you're no longer grappled and restrained. And that is your action.
It's also, but my movement, I started the turn restrained, so I can't move, so that'll be it.
Yep. Okay. Ricky is up next.
Okay, so favorite enemy.
This is a monstrosity.
It's just.
Oh yeah, you're using the. Oh yeah, you're using the Tasha stuff, right?
Yeah. And
I don't blame you.
Ricky's just gonna pull out his bow and will take deadly aim.
All right, so it's advantage on your first attack, I believe.
Is it from what?
I think that's what deadly aim is, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm just flavoring. No.
Oh,
Just flavoring.
okay. I understand. Okay, continue. 21 does hit, yes. Roll your damage. And your longbow is not magical, right? Oh, it doesn't matter, never mind.
Oh, yeah, it's
So it's 12, 13, 14, 16 points of damage. Alright.
and actually no, yeah, that doesn't happen. Okay, that's all for Ricky will definitely ride up. And well, just to kind
Actually.
just to not leave Lyra behind. Right there. And
Okay, what
then-
are we getting at? Oh, wait. Did I just... Sorry. I think I just fucked something up here. Alright. 10. Heal. Yeah, I forgot to make it heal when Renee took the damage. Oh, did I just... Oh, god damn it. No! Quit being dumb. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you move up. You take your shot. You have 2 attacks, don't you?
Oh right. Yeah.
You're a ranger. You're at 5th level or higher.
Yeah.
Jay, you can make it.
I forgot about that. I felt like it was level 3 again.
That's fair. That hits. Favorite foe is only once a turn, right?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. Quickly read.
Oh, at all points, I believe.
Well, it
I think
depends,
it's
because
a
they're using
bonus
Natasha's
action to
version.
apply it, and then it's on every attack.
The first time on each of your turns that you hit a favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you increase that damage by 1d6. So it's
first time, you're right. Okay.
yeah, first
Just on
time.
the first time of each turn, and then next turn.
Yeah, so this turn, yeah, so the 13.
Yeah.
Oops. Damage it. Okay, that's your movement action. I think is a bonus action to command Lacrimé? Or she just...
No, Lacrimē's turn just goes after.
Right after. Okay. What would you like Lacrimé to do?
Well, I don't get to choose what Lacrimé does, but I think she gets quite excited the commotion and seeing something that she can gnaw on. She has 40 movement, so she jumps on in there and jumps onto the branch to start gnawing at it.
Oh yeah, it's a bonus action to command Lacrimé.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So she ignore the attack. She just jumps onto the tree.
And trying to find it. If you are, I think it's. Yeah, it only takes a dodge, so she takes the dodge action. So let's say she can move up and take the dodge action because you didn't command her. Because you used your bonus action.
Flavor-wise, she just pounces on this thing, but is ready to dodge. She looks like excited and is like more playing on this creature than anything.
Alrighty. Next up is the creature, and sorry. Is it gonna do that? It's going to do a tentacle slam and take. Oh no, never mind. Actually, no. I can just do it in Gale. It's going to take Gale and slam you into the ground, and I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Brutal.
Okay, so you only take half damage. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are not stunned until the end of its next turn. I think it can make 3 attacks. I think that's one of its attacks, so it's going to attempt now to. It's gonna try and grab you again, Renee. It wants to have you in its clutches. 19 to hit. Now you have your action. Renee?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry, just, silence.
If he takes damage, Gale will use her reaction to intercept.
Shield, okay, so the tentacle bounces off your arcane ward and it just growls, and it's going to try and tentacle at Lacrimé, actually.
Well, that's a range. Oh wait, no, on Lacrimé.
It's a minute.
Yeah, not Ricky. Okay.
Yeah.
So, can't roll this. 14 to hit. That doesn't hit Lacrimé. That's its turn. Trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. No, I haven't. So back to the top of the round with Lyra.
Alrighty.
It's just kind of like whipping these tentacles and viney tentacles around, and it's got one wrapped right around Gale. Renee manages to kick out of it. Lacrimé's kind of getting ready to pounce on it.
Trying to find what I can do. It's been a while since we fought.
Yeah, it's true.
Lyra doesn't want this thing going any further away from her, so she's gonna move next to Ricky and then fire her crossbow. Yeah.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Ooh, nope.
Hey, your bolt just kind of sails. You think it's about to hit, and then it sails between a couple of vines, right past it. Anything with your bonus action?
I'm trying to remember how many
You get 1 attack, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, because I can give out multiple bardic inspirations, right?
Oh, 1 at a time, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
a-
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
I mean, because I already Gale has one right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
more than
yeah.
one
You,
person
Yeah,
can
yeah,
have them.
yeah.
You
More
just-
than one person.
yeah, more than
she'll
one
give it-
person. So you just can't give it. Have two. Sorry, continue.
She'll give it to Renee.
Okay, so Renee's got inspiration. So at the top of Gale's turn, you take 5 points of necrotic damage, and you watch as some of the wounds on the creature seem to heal up a little bit. What would you like to do, Gale?
Okay, so first, Gale took damage twice. One was 10, one was 5, so I think she needs to make 2 concentration checks.
Yes. Oh, no, just 1 because the 10 happened before you cast Wrathful Smite. So yeah,
Gale is fine.
you're concentrating, you're fine. You're like, "Ugh." You're kind of mad.
Now
Gale
that's a
is-
double-digit roll.
Yeah, and it's also completely useless to me, but...
I mean...
Gale's gonna try and break out again.
Okay, strength check. DC 50.
Oh my god!
I mean, you have inspiration. I don't think... No, never mind. You do.
Oh. I do?
Yeah, Lyra gave you one, but I don't know if you... It's a
but
D8.
It's not enough to help.
Yeah, never mind. Never
so,
mind.
Yeah. It wasn't
Sorry.
enough to help either, or I would have done it last turn, but...
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I took me a moment of math. Well, you got your Wrathful Smite up, and you're just trying to fight it, and it's just not going well. Anything with your bonus action?
I have no useful bonuses at this point, so...
Okay, Renee is up next.
Bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, Lyra. And we will... Feeling inspired by Lyra's presence and her fine words a little while ago, we are going to go ahead and channel that positive energy into our show for the Twilight. So whatever this 2-hit roll is, it'll be 5 off of that.
Okay. So 15, yeah, that hits. Just
Nope. So then I will do... Oh, damn it. You know what? Ignore this. I'm going to just roll them all at once by hitting the other die because I hit the wrong spot on my thing. Ignore this 2-hit roll and just use that as the damage.
okay, so 20 points of damage. Oh yeah, plus the
2d6 radiant. 2 whole points of radiant damage.
I mean, it all counts.
Does it seem to react to the radiant damage?
Not in any special way, no. It hurts. It doesn't seem to like it. It screeches, but it's not in any special way.
Since it's necrotic, I was hoping radiant would make it unhappy.
Good guess.
It's worth a try. And that would be it for my turn.
Alrighty. So we come to Ricky next.
He's gonna just have to do another arrow shot.
Yeah, that hits.
So this is favorite foe.
Okay, so
13.
13. Yeah, that hits.
This one's, but we'll just ignore the favorite foe.
Nice. You're rolling well.
Balancing.
Anything you want to command Lacrimate to do anything?
Yeah, so this time, Ricky's like, Lacrame, bite it! And Lacrame does not need the permission. She was going to do it regardless.
Alright. 17 does it, yep. Should be a button on there somewhere to roll her damage. 8 damage? Does she have... I can't remember, does she have any elemental damage in there yet?
It's weird. It says +0 to cold damage.
Hold on, I'll take a look. I know at a certain level you get a whole elemental strikey thingies.
It just says plus your proficiency to piercing damage.
I guess that's 8 plus 3.
Yeah, I don't think she does.
No, I think infused strikes is her reaction. So if she... Yeah. Oh, no, actually, when another creature within 30 feet hits a target with a weapon attack, she can use her reaction to infuse its essence with the cold damage. So if Lyra hit with her... If Lyra or even Renee had hit with... If Renee hit with a weapon, she could use her reaction to make that weapon tag also do thing.
She wasn't interested in doing that.
That makes sense. That's fair. So it's 8, 19, 11. It doesn't like that. Kind of growly.
In the bite attack, it says piercing damage +0 cold damage. I'll look into that.
That's because you're not level 7 yet. At level 7, it gets Magic Fang, where it says
yeah.
Of an elemental type.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so at the top, on its turn, it is going to, it's gonna first off try and bite Gale. What do we want to use? Let's use Grog. $20 to hit?
Yep, that'll hit.
Actually, they had advantage. Hold on.
That should be an advantage, you're correct.
Didn't roll a natural 20, you're lucky. 2d8. That's 11 points of damage.
Alrighty.
That's one bite. It's gonna do... Let's try and grab this dragon. It's gonna do a tentacle slam... tentacle attack at, Lacrame again. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
spit blood and use interception.
Okay, roll your interception. 6,
I did.
7,
11.
8, 9. So you negate all the damage on Lacrame. So Gale just kind of like, ugh, and kind of.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say still have her roll a Constitution saving throw because there's still a chance of being stunned even though she didn't take damage. I think. Yeah, because it's still hitting her. It's just that you're reducing the damage. Yeah, you're fine. She's fine. And one more bite attack at Gale. $21 to hit.
21 will hit.
9. 13 points of damage.
Oh, Gale
shit.
goes down.
Oh shit. Crap.
Trained and grappled this cheap.
No, I'm trying to think, cause it hit. Yeah, I guess technically she still was in grapple. She just managed to reduce the damage. Yeah, you're right.
Makes sense.
Okay, that's the end of it. The creature's turn though. So Lyra, you're up next.
Alright, so Gale's down.
Yep.
Wait,
Okay.
Gale, you're no longer grappled.
I mean, technically
I'm still
she.
grappled.
Oh yeah, she's still grappled.
How high up is she?
Incapacitation.
She's on the ground.
Doesn't it?
She's on the
She's on
ground.
Does it?
She's just kind of limping its tentacle.
I'm trying. There it is. Okay. Lyra's going to focus really hard and poof next to Gale, using her bonus action.
Okay.
Teleport up to 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Fair.
Yay.
You heal 16.
Cool,
Nice. Keep you out of failed death saves.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And that's all Lyra can do.
Alright. You still technically have your movement because you didn't move, you teleported.
Oh, is she?
Technically.
I guess she doesn't know how far away she with the guy's attack of opportunity is, but she will. She's gonna back up 10 feet towards this tree again.
Yeah, I'm trying to read how this works for its reaction. Actually, so it can use its tentacle swarm against you, and so it's gonna try and grab Lyra and Lacrime, because it's gotta use its tentacle swarm to do it, so it uses a tentacle attack against you. 19 to hit?
Oh yeah.
No, Lyra. It was Lyra first.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, yeah, 19 hits.
Okay, so you don't actually move. And, I'm trying to think. Because as you move out of range... So... I'm gonna say, because it's as you move out of range, it gets attacked. So I think you'll be able to get to there. Okay. So you need to make a constitution... No, that's the wrong thing. No, you just take damage. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're grappled and restrained. And Lacrime... Why can't I roll well against Lacrime? Oh well.
She's very playful.
11 to hit. No one and Gale is still grappled and restrained because it never let go. So it's the only ones that can do its reaction. And yeah, that's the end of its reaction in Lyra's turn, I think. Because you bonus action movement or attempted movement. So Gale, you're up next. You come back to consciousness.
Yeah. I'm still grappled?
Yeah. It didn't let you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did inspiration drop by going unconscious?
No, inspiration what?
Isn't part of grappled if you become incapacitated, you are no longer grappled?
It's a weird thing, I don't know.
I
think it's up.
The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated, but that's the grappler, not the
grappler, not the grapple.
Yeah.
I knew there was something up there, and my brain couldn't wrap my head all the way around it.
Also, at the start of your turn, Gale, because you are grappled and restrained, because it didn't a chance to let you go because it didn't actually get. Oh yeah, it didn't let you go because you got healed. Something like that. Yep. So you take 8 necrotic damage. But you can have you do have your turn.
Okay, well, a strength save. Or a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake, okay. We're good.
You were use your action, but you're no longer grappled and restrained.
Okay.
So you can either try.
I have no bonuses. I have nothing useful.
You can try and move away because it did use its reaction.
That is true.
And Lyra can poof.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Do I have any bonus action?
You're still actually. You need to make concentration check for your.
Oh, I went
Rascals.
unconscious. It's
Oh, that's true. Right, I forgot. Right, you're right. I knew that.
Yeah, so Gale will back
Been a
up
while.
15
Alright.
feet.
All right, and yeah, it already used its reaction, so it can't do anything. Nothing bonus action.
No, she doesn't have anything she can do.
Okay, Renee, you're up next.
Thinking, give me a second.
Oh, I just realized I gotta. It was 8. I keep forgetting to heal it when it when you guys take the necrotic damage. Trying to remember. What was the necrotic damage? Not this one, the 8, but the one to 4. Gail, do you remember?
It was 10 or 11.
I feel like I rolled another 10 on you, because it's only a d10, so. There.
I
Okay.
definitely took 11 necrotic at one point.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think you did, because it's only a d10.
Took 11 something else.
I think it was 11 piercing or bludgeoning or something. Thinking, Renee?
So I'm trying to make a decision between which direction to go here.
Mm-hmm. 6 seconds, 6 seconds. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We'll hold off on that since Gale moved away. There's no point in doing that. So we'll just go ahead and
I mean, Lacrimae. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah.
we're gonna bonus action, steady aim, drop our speed to 0, and get advantage on the attack.
Mm-hmm. Roll your dash.
Shoot.
14 just hits. So you like aim.
My finger's already down here pulling that D8 up.
Little shaky and it. Yeah. So it's 20 points of damage.
Yep.
Alright.
With that arrow that flies through.
And does it say? I'm trying to remember. It says, your Great Companion takes its turn immediately after yours, right?
This is a reaction.
No. I'm saying. Never mind. What's your reaction?
She's using infused strings.
Oh, okay. It's an extra 2. Sure.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, you got reactions. Never mind. Anyway, okay, so that's your reaction, and now or Lacrimae's reaction. So, and now this is important. Well, it could be. Does it say your Drake Companion takes its turn immediately after yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so she doesn't take the damage yet. Then so it's your turn, Ricky.
Yeah, it says exactly that. Okay, so does Gale still look really bad?
How you looking, Gail?
Gale's been better, but she's. No, yeah, Gale's been better.
Okay.
We're looking a little woozy.
Ricky casts Healing Spirit.
What? Okay.
I think I actually have a thing for that too. No, please tell me I have it. Please tell me I have it. Please tell me I have it. Oh, do I not? Oh, there it is. Ha! I'm assuming on top of Gale.
Yeah, on top of Gale. It's a cube, right? So it like
I think it's
it's only 5 feet though.
It's only 5 foot area, so it's just on top of someone. It's meant to like you put it down and people can just walk through it.
Yeah. Okay,
There.
perfect. So she's fine.
It's on her turn. She at the start of her turn. That one I remember.
Okay,
So you'll heal 5 at the start of your turn, Gale. But that is your action, I believe.
Yep, that's my action. So bonus action. So Lacrime can take another bite.
Okay, so that's a disadvantage because she is grappled and restrained.
Let me roll a disadvantage that way. Oh wait, no, did it? What did it do?
No, it just only rolled once, but
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If you roll higher, it's not gonna go. Then 8 doesn't hit, so.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And I guess at the top. Well, I guess at the top of her turn, she would take 10 necrotic damage. And also. Alright. So I think that's yours and Lacrime's turns, and it's the creature's turn now. And it's going to do Tentacle Slam and slam Lacrime and Lyra into each other.
Boing.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, so it's gonna go.
Really quick, Healing Spirit does save for the first time, and then at the start of their turn.
Okay, so yeah, Gale, you heal 5 then, right now. And then at the start of your turn, you'll heal another, I think it's D6. So I need Lacrime and Lyra to each make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
If you're within 10 feet of Gale, I believe it is, you get +2 to your saves.
Nope,
Oh, no.
just outside. Because she got slammed
She's
into
not
Lacrime.
within 10 feet? Oh,
No, she's
not
in the. Yeah, she got moved
Well,
because
she wouldn't she be making the save wall?
No, it's because it happens because it's slamming them together. So the save is having as they're getting slammed together, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, well, they both take.
Okay, she rolled really badly.
+2 would only put it at 10 anyway.
10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're both stunned until the end of its next turn. So we'll just go. Well, this little buddy. So that's rough. Can't reach anyone else, but so it's going to take a bite attack at Lyra. And then. Uh-oh. The grog dice is too powerful.
Oh no.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hey.
That's what the grog dice does.
I know, apparently.
By now,
Mm-hmm.
I have shown you the power of the grog.
60. 20 points of piercing damage to Lyra. I did not think this thing was this powerful, damn it. Fuck. Well. No, the next bite attack does not hit, Lacrime. Actually, just think here. Would it throw? No, it's gonna try and bite. Lyra's looking woozy. It's gonna try and bite the dragon that's kind of nipping at it. $23 to hit Lacrime.
Oh yeah.
5 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
And oh shit. So the top of Lyra's turn. Dear God, let me roll low.
I have resistance to necrotic.
Good, because you take 2 necrotic damage, half to 1.
Lyra is out.
No,
Oh.
you take 1, because it's
just one. I thought you rolled a 4 and then you had already halved it.
No.
She's at 1.
That's why I said. That's why I said good, because you take 2 necrotic damage halved to 1. So now it's your turn. If you'd like
She's
to.
done?
Oh shit! You're
I'm
stunned.
stunned.
Shit.
They're like, what?
Sorry, I forgot about that part.
It's okay.
Well, you're still up.
I'm still up. People have.
So at the top of your turn, I think it's a D6 that Gale heals. She starts in the healing spirit. Ricky?
So.
Yeah, so she heals again.
So roll it. 4 points of healing to Gale, and then it's your turn to do whatever you want, Gale.
Okay, so Gale is going to dump. Let me do some really quick math here.
I'm assuming moving up to Lyra.
So Gale's gonna dump 29 points of lay on hands.
This is
into
important.
herself
Which
as an action.
into yourself? Okay.
Into herself.
Okay. Can you heal your 29 points?
Okay.
Okay, what do you...
Real quick. 12 plus 29, 41. And then for her bonus action, because that's not a spell, Gale's gonna cast Compelled Duel on the creature.
Alright, it's a wisdom save, correct?
Yes.
She's not good at those. I'm not gonna count that because it fell on my keyboard. Didn't know what to save. 6.
Yep. So, Compelled Duel. How do I make the entire spell sheet show up? Basically, it has to. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a Wisdom save every time it attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Got it. I apparently don't have a compelled duel one. I thought I did.
Yeah. Here, display in VTP maybe?
Oh no, I mean just on my markers. I don't have a compelled duel one. Whatever. Okay, that's your action, bonus action. Any movement? Yeah. Any movement? Yeah.
No, she's gonna stay in the healing spirit now.
Okay. Renee, you're up next.
Gale, it's time to get off your butt and get in there.
Literally been in there.
Here, let me help. Enlarge.
Fuck yeah.
So you are now the same size as that critter.
Hold on.
Okay.
You have advantage on. Did it show? Yep, there it is.
Alright.
Oh, no, that's not it. Did the wrong one. You're gonna have advantage on your
Attack rolls.
strength.
Or strength checks.
Your strength checks and strength saves, and you do an extra 1d4 damage. And I am concentrating.
Okay.
Alright. Actually, no, wait, hold on. We're gonna go. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Compelled Duel is concentration for me as well.
Okay, we'll go a little yellow dot for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your action. Anything with your bonus action, Renee?
A bonus action is going to be sliding up into this tree and fading away.
I just realized something. This music is not so battly.
What a terrible stealth roll. I think I'm well hidden. I'm not.
I mean, you're lucky you fly. Are you flying or did you run?
Yeah, I just kind of freaking dodged up into the tree branches.
Alright. Ricky, you're up next.
Okay, so
Lyra's not looking so hot.
yeah, bonus action, remove healing spirit onto Lyra. Sorry, Gale.
No, thank you. Trust me.
And I think she heals that at the start of her turn, though, right? Because the initial one is when you cast it. So you'll heal 2 at the start of your turn, which is gonna be interesting with the necrotic damage. I'll say you heal it first, because that should help, possibly.
And the spell ends whenever you or a creature you can see move into the spirit space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Yeah, so I think
it's not moving into it.
yeah, because you're moving the spirit. So I think it's your bonus action to move it, right?
Yep.
Okay, action.
Pop with a bow.
I just realized. Alright. 14 just hits. 22 hits.
So the 14 is with favored.
17, okay. 13. It's not looking so hot. And Lacrame is stunned, but she does take 3 points of necrotic damage, and it heals 3. Yeah, I think that's it, because Lacrame can't do anything, and the stun is till the end of its next turn. So it is going to...
It has disadvantage on all attacks against anyone but Gale.
Uh-huh. You are now within 10 feet because you are enlarged. It's going to try and attack you with its tentacle.
Okay.
That one's not going to hit. 15, another tentacle.
Nope.
20 to hit?
20 will hit.
Okay, so you are grappled and restrained for now. Oh, no! Nope. Medium or smaller. It cannot grapple and restrain you, so never mind. It did not know that, though.
You are welcome.
12 points of 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but you aren't grappled and restrained because it tries to wrap around you and it just can't. So it's going to use a third attack. I'm gonna roll. Someone roll a d1, a d20, and say high or low first. Actually, I'll say. Lyra, roll a d20 and say high or low first.
Low. Ow.
It's gonna attack you. I'm sorry. Shit.
Hey.
At disadvantage.
Oh wait, so it's a straight roll. Okay, I gotta re-roll that. Huh. So it's 17 plus 7 is a lot. So it hits you, right?
Yeah, that hits.
14 damage.
Start of her next turn.
I mean, technically
And
you
also
heal.
take necrotic.
Oh, yeah. So you took 12 damage. So you're technically unconscious.
Woo!
That's a third attack. So we'll go to your turn. I'm gonna say you heal the, what was it, 3? 2.
2.
So you heal 2. I'll say you heal first, because it makes sense the heal would come off first.
There's only one charge of the healing spirit, just so you know.
Huh. You take 6 reduced to 3 necrotic damage.
Oh, down again! It's like, whoa! Oh, never mind.
Eyelids fluttering.
That's what it would do. It's trying to like pull Lyra in. And technically Lacrame is not stunned anymore. So Lyra's unconscious, but I'm gonna say because you healed first, came up. You don't have to make a death save this turn. So we're gonna say it's Gale's turn.
Fucking finally. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm no longer
Okay.
stunned though.
That's good, that's good. I don't have the action economy to get you back up because I need to beat the shit out of this thing.
Oh
But
yeah, go ahead. I'll be fine.
yeah.
Do one attack.
Gale's gonna take 2 attacks on this thing.
Do one attack at a time.
Yeah, okay.
It's almost. Oh, hold on. It would have healed 3. Because he took 3 necrotic. Okay, go ahead.
I just can't wait to see Gale use all her smites right now.
Oh yeah, no, we're going just double spy round if I can hit it.
This is gonna be painful.
I mean, I tell you, it looks hurt. Liar's looking bad, but it's. Yeah, that hits.
It's 17 and 0?
Uh-huh.
Okay, longsword, that, there's
One-
a d4 extra damage.
One-handed or two-handed?
This is one-handed.
Okay. It's still up.
And she's
Barely.
going to dump a 2nd level smite into it.
Roll your smite damage.
Okay, let me find it.
Because I'm gonna get.
So a 2nd level smite.
Is. How do you want to do this, Gale?
Gale spins around and, being double the size, literally takes one swing and cuts through the arms that are holding Lyra and Lacrimé, and then swings it around to literally just cleave it in half with the same blow.
I'm gonna say as you like cleave the tentacles that are holding them, it literally completely, essentially unrestrains them, and it is dead. I'm going to say we're gonna stay in initiative for now, just because technically we got someone down. So is that
Turn the charge would heal her again.
I know,
Yeah.
but I just want to see what happens. Anything else, Gale?
Nope, that's basically all our actions and bonuses, so.
Anything, Renee? It's up.
Hiding further.
Fair.
I'm just
Fair.
hiding.
Whoa. Hello. Oh. Stuff. Sorry, I just accidentally moved my map off my map.
Go.
Come on, load in, please. Thank you. All right. Ricky.
Hiding. Trying to keep Gale big. That's my only thought process. I'm not even watching the fight no more.
That's fair.
He hops off the fox and runs to Lacrimé that just like plops onto the ground and attempts to go to hug her.
Roll an animal handling, even though she's a dragon, but
Okay,
nothing.
yeah. I'll do animal handling, but disadvantage for Lacrimé.
Okay. I'd say she kind of like, kind of reluctantly, kind of sort of lets you, but then pushes you away. Makes you fall on your butt.
Yeah, I think she pushes away and then like darts behind a tree to lick her wounds. In pride.
Okay, roll your healing spirit. So you heal four, Lyra. Alright.
Will cast healing spirit again though.
Okay, yeah, you may as well. Because it's got another use, right? 1.
Yeah, so that would be like, well, it has 4 charges, so I could tap it 4 times if she sits in it.
Well, 4 charges total though, right? And it's already used a couple.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, this is a new one.
Oh, okay, you're doing another
Another
one.
spell slot.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can roll all your healing spirits if that's what you're doing. To heal Lyra. Okay, so that's
Just 10.
10 more. to you, Lyra. And it is dead.
Lyra's looking significantly more alive.
Always a good sign. Gale will use her one remaining lay on hands point.
Nice.
How much is
So-
that?
+1.
I understand now why you healed up to just 1 minus.
Yep.
Lyra's gonna whack herself with your wounds.
Backslap.
Is it over yet? Can I come out of hiding?
Wow, these forests are dangerous.
Yeah, it was probably the most murderous plant I've ever seen.
Y'all okay? That looked brutal.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Still seeing a couple stars, but I think we're good. I think we're good.
You are a fighter.
Lacrame, okay? We kind of hit each other really, really hard.
Yeah, she's a fighter too. I think she's probably fine. And Ricky will kind of just like start like stepping around, trying to keep like a wide berth around Lacrame, but he's like peeking behind a different tree to try to like eyeball Lacrame and keep an eye on her while she's licking her wounds.
Gale, did you want to give her a bear hug or something before I make you small again?
The dragon? Or Lyra?
Either one.
Gale will just like awkwardly like sit down next to Lyra looking too big, and it's just going to be like, oh my god, we didn't die. We didn't die. It was looking not so great there. I've seen the other side and it was getting close.
I was fine.
Yeah, you literally like had a head-on collision with our new friend's dragon.
And it was a good memory that I can only vaguely remember.
Vaguely's good.
Hopefully for the best, yeah.
A great theoretical memory.
What time of day is it?
We'll say it's about midday.
I'd say this is a good time to go ahead and take a little rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that.
Let me play a little song of rest.
Okay. We'll say as you guys settle down to have a bit of a rest. Ow, my knee. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, and heal up and kind of lick your wounds a little bit. We'll call it there for this evening, because I think that's a good place to call it.
You only get 3 extra points.
Didn't even get scratched.
I mean, technically it can, it's just the vines will kind of grow around her and just stay restrained. Technically, because she is a small creature right now. Yeah. It's been a while since we had a fight, too. Oh. What's on it? That's fair.